This is another bad neighbor case.
If you thought the What the Hales was bad, this is equally, if not worse.
If you move into Florida, there's some things you gotta know. It's not all sun and sand, there's a place you just can't go. When that 3 is off the charts, the neighbors are a fighting. You can't get any peace or quiet, it's screaming day and night in Levy County. Oh yeah, it's a criminal bounty. Oh yeah, call the sheriff, he can't help you, and the judge will try and fight you. Ain't no way to live the good life down there in Levy County.
Come on, motherfucker! I'll kick your fucking teeth right to the back of your goddamn skull!
There's a woman with some turtles who screams and yells all day. They're all sick and in need of shelter, but the fishing game says it's okay. She's got a kid that ain't hers, and she's locked her in a shed. But CPS don't care about nothing, even slaps around the head in Levy County.
Have anxiety over the roof.
It's a criminal bounty. Oh yeah. Call the sheriff, he can't help you, and the judge will try and fight you. Ain't no way to love your neighbor down there in Levy County.
Same judge.
Same lawyer.
Same lawyer. Randall Shockett is the lawyer for the Gosney family.
There's a man who hates his neighbor from the day that they moved in. Plays his music all day long. No one can stand the den. He scares the poor old widow who lives across the way as he shouts, "You motherfucker, don't you look at me that way."
Oh!
Levy County.
Motherfucker, I ain't got a goddamn thing in my hand!
Criminal bounty. Oh yeah. Call the sheriff, he can't help you, and the judge will try and fight you. Ain't no way you'd ever catch me down there in Levy County.
Another family falls victim to Judge Grudge.
Okay, so we have here in the circuit of the 8th Judicial Circuit in Levy County, Florida. Oh, it is Levy County. Holy shit!
Oh, Jesus. There you go. That answered that question in the second line, didn't it?
Careful, you got nails and stuff. Don't go in here.
Harley, get out of there. Harley, do you see the nails? You're going to fall and get one right in your eye.
Let's go! Let's go, motherfucker! I will fucking kick your goddamn teeth through the back of your fucking skull! Do you comprehend me?
All right. Good morning, everybody. All right. Here's the thing. Here's the deal. I know that we are live on YouTube and Rumble right now, but this can only be a Rumble only stream. And the reason is that Jeff of Legal Vices is grounded from YouTube. He's not allowed to be there because he didn't do anything. That's right. He did nothing. And we will explain what he didn't do over on Rumble, but he can't be here today. And I forgot that. But also, I'm glad that I have you all here on YouTube. Those of you on YouTube, if you do not know how to use Rumble, if you haven't used Rumble before in the past, today is the day to learn. Rumble is the only place, by the way, that we can get that we can have free speech. Okay. So when these things happen, Rumble is a good alternative. The problem is, and this is the problem why most creators do YouTube and Rumble, their revenue program over there is it's just harder to make money. Jeff cannot receive Rumble rants, but we are going to give you Rumble rants are the same thing as like YouTube super chats. We are going to give you alternatives on that for Jeff and how you can support Jeff's suspension right now. He has been suspended for 7 days over nothing. Maud, look, I don't care, Maud, if you hate Rumble, but Rumble is the place we have to be today. So it is what it is. We can't be here or Jeff could get in more trouble, which is silly because he hasn't done anything in the first place. However, those of you, I have pinned the Rumble link to the top of this chat. If you want to see part 3 of Bad Neighbors, you're going to have to do it on Rumble. Now, I will I guess, I don't know. Can I upload it after? Jeff, we'll talk about it later. I'll eventually upload the stream to YouTube and add it to the playlist. I just can't do it right now. So everybody's going over to Rumble. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Jeff's Rumble link. Oh, let me put Jeff's Rumble link in here too. Hold on. If you're here for Jeff and I are simul streaming. Jeff, put your Rumble link in the private chat so I can share it in my chat. I don't have it. I don't have it in front of me. But we are going to be transferring over to Rumble. So everybody who's here, all 328 of you, I expect to see over on Rumble. Now, it's going to be a new experience for you, but you can live chat on Rumble just like you can on YouTube, and it'll be fine. Did Jeff get suspended from YouTube? He got suspended from YouTube, and we are going to talk about why as soon as we get over there. So Jeff can give you his rundown of what the hell happened. It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. Basically, they accused him of posting and then deleting something, which he neither posted nor deleted. So there is no record of whatever this thing is that got him a strike for harassment, allegedly, or bullying or some shit. Personally, I think that both of our channels are under assault, probably by a bullshit lawyer who thinks that he can take down people's YouTube channels. And I have proof of that. Tug and I talked about it last night. So I believe that these are false reports. Clearly it's false because Jeff didn't do it. I am now going to post Jeff's Rumble link in the chat. So those of you who are here from Jeff's audience, if you happen to be on YouTube, hit that link to Jeff's Rumble. My Rumble link is pinned at the top of the chat. And we're headed over. Now, occasionally we have to do this. We have to do these Rumble only streams. And so it's really good if you are all following our channels on Rumble as well as on YouTube. So today that Rumble is not going to be the ghetto anymore. Today, Rumble's going to be the main event. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, and we're back on Rumble. Rumble only. It's safe, Jeff. It's safe. You can come out now. I want to know I want to know how come I'm seeing your Rumble chats on StreamYard and not mine. What the hell? How did you do that?
I didn't do it. Didn't do nothing.
My Rumble chats are not showing up on StreamYard, but yours are. Like, what the heck? Do you have like a new version of StreamYard I don't have?
No.
This is so strange. But you're seeing that, right? You're seeing on StreamYard, you can see your Rumble.
Hi, my people. Not Megan's people.
It's so weird.
I will send you the link that Hayden sent me.
Oh, there was a special link?
Yeah, you're supposed to do this and something happens.
Oh my
Apparently.
God.
Hey,
Well,
I just follow instructions.
If it's
I'm
that
just following the instructions.
Look, I
It's
can
not
even
my-
share them on the screen. It's amazing. All right, listen, if you only know how to do super chats, that's okay, because guess what? Jeff also has his Venmo, PayPal, right? What do you have? Zelle?
Yeah, we got it all. We got the Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff.
All right. So I'm assuming that you have all that stuff listed in your Rumble description. Yes?
I don't know. Probably not. Let me see. Yes, I do. It's all there in the description.
It's all there in the description. So if you can't send a Rumble rant, you can do Venmo. You can
do not send me. I don't even know if you can send me Rumble rants. I have no idea if I monetize there or not. But do not send me any Rumble rants, because I can't get the money, because that's why I don't stream on Rumble, because with Korea banking laws and things the way they are, I cannot get paid from Rumble.
All right, so don't give him Rumble rants. Me, on the other hand,
you're literally wasting your money, and it's going to be tied up there forever and ever and ever.
Me, on the other hand, I can take Rumble rants, so you can send them to me on my channel.
She'll make sure I get them.
Just like Larry. Oh, make sure that you get them. Shoot, I accidentally closed Rumble. See, I can only keep up with my chats on Rumble, though, by having it open in another screen.
Did you click on the link I just sent you?
Oh, where did you send it?
In the private chat.
Oh, what? What does this mean? Visit this page, copy your live streaming API URL. What does API URL mean?
If you go into your Rumble profile,
to
the account overview.
Okay.
And then on the left side, there's like the live streaming.
Okay.
And then the very bottom is live streaming API.
Account overview. I see stats and analysis. Wait, I don't see live streaming.
Well, first of all, you should go account over. Okay, are you in the account overview tab?
Uh-huh.
There's like account, then there's creator dashboard, right?
Account overview. Yes.
Okay, and then a few 1, 2, 3 down on the creator dashboard thing on the left column is live streaming.
Oh, right.
And then you click on that, and then at the very bottom of the live streaming menu is live stream API.
Okay.
Then you click on that.
Oh.
And then
I hope this doesn't pitch me off of Rumble.
You shouldn't. Then you should have like one option there, your channel option, right?
Yeah.
And then you just
So does this mean I don't have to do RTMP every single time?
This is just for the chat, I think.
Oh.
So generate your deal and then copy and paste it into whatever StreamYard said to do.
What the hell?
I don't know. I'm just doing what Ozzy told me to do and it worked. So
wow, I can't believe that my Rumble person didn't tell me this. That's what I can't believe. All right, now let's see what happens. This is bizarre. Okay.
Somebody say something to Megan.
Yeah, somebody say something to see if I can see it.
On Megan's stream, not mine.
I don't think it worked because my destination on Rumble is still, I had to set up RTMP. And it's not, like I can see that yours has the green Rumble link, like icon, and mine doesn't. So I think I have to do it maybe before I go live. I'm not sure.
Probably.
So anyway, today I'm still going to be looking at Rumble. But anyway, that's really exciting. That's exciting news because I've been asking Rumble to do that for a really long time, and I'm shocked my Rumble person didn't tell me that this was happening. You know,
Hayden has all the answers. I just followed his instructions.
Speaking of Rumble, my Rumble dude told me that he was going to get me some front page love. Today is the day. So I need to tell him. So why don't you tell people why you got thrown off of YouTube?
Well, I wish I knew. There you go. That's the end of that conversation. I really wish I knew. After we finished the Throwback Thursday Donald Hartung trial, about an hour later, I just got this deal that said, we have deleted your comment. You violated your community services guidelines or whatever. Your community guidelines for harassment. So we've deleted your content. And I thought, what the hell? Because our part one got pulled. I'm like, oh my God, we can't even talk about this case at all. And then I went there and nothing had been deleted. And then it said, this is a strike. You can't stream for 7 days. Please click on the blue link to see what offended their sensibilities. And I clicked on the stupid blue link and nothing was there. It said like no content or whatever. And I'm like, well, okay, that's really odd. So then I went into the the little bad boy section there on the YouTube, the community strike card thing, and it said nothing. So because it'll say like, this is the URL, this is the reason it was copyright claimed or copyright struck or whatever, and here's the appeals button. Nothing there. It said no content available.
That's ridiculous.
Nothing had been deleted.
You know, the strange thing is, Jeff, is that same thing happened to me really when I got my video taken down the other day.
Yeah.
They said they wouldn't tell me what it was either. There was nothing there on the dashboard when it said you've been hit, or it's not a strike, but we've taken down this video. It didn't say why. It was totally blank, just like what you saw.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had to go through all of the YouTube help menu on Google to finally go through their stupid questions, their stupid, have you looked at this? Did you think of this? Did you read this policy? Finally, I got a connect to chat. And it was somewhere between, I still don't know which way the pendulum swings. It was somewhere between AI and was a My name is Philip from Denver, Colorado. What's your name? Kind of person. Somewhere in between those two. I'm not sure exactly if it was AI or a real person that I was talking to for an hour and a half. But eventually it got to the point where I'm thinking, I did not upload anything that was taken down. I've looked through everything and I can't see a thing that was taken down. You said it was something that was created on September 21st. I only live streamed and it's still there.
Right.
And eventually I got them to say, well, it was on the community page. There was a questionnaire that was uploaded about someone. I said, okay, what did this questionnaire say? We can't tell you that.
What?
So you can't tell the content creator what content they created that you didn't like. Yes, I'm sorry. We can't tell you that. We can't give out any information about what was on your stream.
Wait,
what was on your page.
Jeff, is there a possibility that they meant one of the surveys that you put on the live stream?
They said it was a questionnaire posted to your community page.
But you didn't do that.
I didn't do that. And then they said, then they gave the strike. Then they said I deleted it. So that's why I couldn't appeal. And I said, okay, well, here's the question. You said it was offending, so you deleted it. And I can't appeal it because I deleted it. You can't delete the same thing twice, motherfuckers. Which one is it? Did you delete it or did I delete it? If you deleted it, what did you delete? If I deleted, by God, show me what I deleted. We can't do that. But I mean, and there's so much more to it that just makes no sense. And so I got an alert here. We'll look at the alert in just a minute. But
is it from YouTube?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, one of the things that you guys can do is on Twitter, the only way to get YouTube's attention is to tag at Team YouTube. And sometimes they will do something. Now, lately, Team YouTube on Twitter has been absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. But the more people who tag them about this, the better. So if you're on Twitter and you can tag at Team YouTube about Jeff, we would appreciate it.
Yeah. So someone who I don't know, I don't know what the username is, so I'm not going to say, but some lovely female person just gave me $20. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice.
On Venmo, a $20 Venmo payment. Thank you so very, very much for that. I won't say who it was because they don't have their screen
name. Right. I usually just I do first names if it's on Venmo or
initials SG.
Email. Thank you, SG.
Yeah.
And Fallen Hero 3456 sent $1 on Rumble Rant, says, hi. Well, hi there.
Hi.
Thank you for the Rumble Rant. Appreciate that.
And I mean, the damnedest thing about all this is at the end of the day, nothing got to happen. But I thought about this for 2 days. I've done nothing but think about this. And I thought about what you said. It was one of my polls. But my polls are funny, but that doesn't mean it's not harassing. So I thought, just use the most twisted logic I can think of on the Thursday throwback stream with this trial from 2020 involving a guy who allegedly murdered his two half brothers and his mother for various reasons all at the same time. Who also they said he was a Wiccan witch, and he murdered them in an allegedly ritualistic manner on a blue moon on the night of July 28th as part of some ritual. We're in the closing arguments. My poll was the guy's name. One of the options was guilty and a witch, burn him. That's the only thing I can think of that was even remotely could be considered harassing.
Well, my outro that has the footage from my Johnny Depp coverage, there's a comment that comes up where I say there's no wonder he wanted to drown her before he burned her. Yeah. And then somebody put up a comment right there, and it was I think it was something like, burn her, she's a witch. She got YouTube yeeted her for that. But I happened to catch it right when it happened, and so it's forever in my but she got like a YouTube suspension from chatting for posting that. So maybe
it takes a lot of twisted logic to get to that step. But in that regard, if I could just talk to a human being,
it's just
at
a
YouTube,
joke. God,
just a
it's
human
a
being
joke.
at YouTube that has some authority to go, all right, we screwed up, get rid of the strike. I would be happy to explain this is a public trial where they called a Wiccan high priest, the defense did, as a witness. And the guy's house, if you went to like Witchcraft Hobbies Are Us, that's what his house looked like. He had candles, pentagrams, Ouija boards, tarot cards, broomsticks, incense burners, wands, knives. Dude literally had a broom in his kitchen, for God's sake. And he has like, witchcraft for dummies and like, he had all these witchcraft books and things. And that's part of the case. But I would also like to explain, he's on trial. He was facing the death penalty, I think. Anyway, he was on trial. He's self-admitted witch. And 2, I harassed a guy that died. He's dead. He's no longer with us. How am I harassed? It's like when
you can't harass a dead person. It's not a thing.
Yeah, it's like when the old one of the early Simpsons episode where Marge's mother died and they all went to the funeral and Bart was messing around and Homer's like, don't hassle the dead, boy. They have eerie powers. So,
maybe it was Donald Hartung.
Yeah, could have been. So yeah, that's it. So 7 days, got 6 left.
This sucks. And the strike will come off eventually, right? It's
November 20th or something like that. I'm the most lovable guy on YouTube. Why do
you
I
really
get this
are.
harassment strike?
You're far more lovable than I am. I'll tell you that much.
I even love David Gingras.
I know, you've been so nice to him.
Jesus said, love everyone, treat them kindly too.
Oh God. All right. Speaking of David Gingras, did you know that the Judge Mata signed the order now, ordering Laura to pay up?
And David,
pay up, whack job.
And Eckerd may have falsified a date on one of his documents.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. I'm sure that he cut and pasted it.
Look, every day, and I'll bet David Gingras $100 that he has done that many times. When you go to turn something, you go, oh fuck, we didn't date this damn thing we did last year. All right, just put the damn date in it. If both parties agree to backdate something, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even look at I ignored that completely. Like I don't even care. That is not something that I want to care about. I have no bandwidth for that. And now we're stuck with another crazed lawyer, by the way, who is representing Lynette Preston.
I love Bruce too.
Who thinks this is Bruce's newest thing. You're gonna love this, Jeff. Bruce's newest accusation against me. Maybe I should just play it because this is fucking funny.
I promise we'll get to Judge Grudge here in a minute. But
we are
segueing in. We're into Florida related people now. We're into Florida adjacent people. So we're getting there.
Now I generally do not like to advertise for idiot channels. So I definitely don't want to advertise this idiot channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen, but then I'm going to take it directly off the screen so that it will not be doing that. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, now we'll be able to hear the audio, but I won't be advertising for this shitty channel that no one should be listening to. You should only listen to clips of it from me. Listen to it if you want to, but it's stupid as hell.
Ginver PayPal'd me too while you're getting that set up. Gee.
Oh, nice.
What did Ginver PayPal me? I love PayPal.
Now, actually, before I play this, I think the context is very important. So before I play what they're I need to play what they were complaining about.
$6.28. Thank you very much.
Otherwise, some of you will not know what it is that they are talking about. I made a video compilation of Turtle Purgatory, the making of Turtle Purgatory.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
You remember that? Okay, we're going to let the chat watch that for a moment because not the whole thing, but I'll skip it. I'll skip around. Add to stage. Okay.
See, that is the fun thing about these. I get to learn people's real names. but it's like mutually assured destruction because they know mine too.
So this is the video that the idiots are going to complain about, including Bruce. Working on building a Lego Turtle Purgatory, and currently I have the shit shack is under construction. We random dangerous tools like an axe that we can have like floating around.
Sometimes lawyers are random dangerous tools.
You're gonna step in dirt in glass.
And I'm gonna put some glass all over on the ground and some like nails and stuff.
Harley, do you see the nails? You're going to fall and get one right in your eye.
There's some sharp edges.
That was the first time I heard about the getting nails in your
might
eye.
scratch yourself on.
My child just fell down. This property was a jump.
Can she find the opening?
So everywhere you look, shit's coming out.
Sorry, Megan, that is too neat and clean. Well, yeah, tarps. I do need tarps. I'm going to have to find some tarps.
Well, it's pretty warm in there now because of that brown tarp.
So we've got random junk, lots of sharp little pointy things all over the ground.
Go away from the window.
We've got
oh, this is perfect.
The barn, little poop in the barn because there's always poop.
Right?
A little
There's
poop in the barn.
Animals wandering around.
I can get it.
I have anxiety over the roof.
There's the garden
What is
hose.
that?
The garden hose to fill up turtle tanks because we need that.
What do
Showerhead.
they have? Like a rain barrel hooked up to the hose?
I think it's running to the Hales property across the street. Don't worry about it. 2-inch pipe.
Don't worry about it.
And then we've got one single bed in the very top because, why not?
Why not? This is awesome. Look at this, how it opens up
Hey,
and
how you
everything
doing?
and how it has no walls. It looks exactly right.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. You are very talented at this.
Go away from the window.
The shit shack is shaping up. We have random
Shit shack, animal style.
junk in the front. We have sharp, pointy things coming out of one side. There's random tools with an axe attached. This is like a gauntlet for the toddler to get through.
My child just fell down.
I like that effect.
So there's like an axe you have to avoid. There's broken glass on the ground. A random chicken egg that a chicken just dropped. There's pointy shards of like shrapnel.
Look at the glass.
Yeah, at least she doesn't have to put her chickens out of their misery.
Do you hear her screaming? Look at the glass. Do you see this? Look at the glass. She's saying that out loud. Look at the glass.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous. So we have a garbage can with that we can burn the garbage, and while we burn the garbage, we can cook on it. So there's this frying pan there, and then we have tarps that are sort of covering the composting toilet, which is the blue bucket, which you can see.
I forgot why we're watching this.
Yeah, there's the blue bucket.
You're gonna know in a minute.
And then
But this is all important for context for what's coming.
we're gonna at some point we'll get like some sort of cover going over this way, and then probably some more tarps. So we're working on it.
It's getting
We're
there. It's getting there.
It's getting there. I like the toddler gauntlet. That might actually be the toddler gauntlet. Might be like an
got
entire
275
ropes
people
course
watching.
that I
That's more
have
than
to
normal.
build coming off of here.
Good.
Leave him alone. Snakes, Mom.
Snakes.
Don't get bit by a snake.
You're gonna get bit by a
You're gonna
snake.
get bit by snakes. You're gonna step on glass. You're gonna get a nail through your eye.
Hazards that the toddler has to get through.
Harley, do you see the nails? You're going to fall and get one right in your eye.
We've got the swinging axe.
Oh, yeah,
And
the
the
axe,
random
forgot about
tools, power tools. Like this is like a power tool, and then like chicken, rotten eggs,
broken
Jeez,
glass.
I thought my table,
Shrapnel.
the table corners and stuff in my house needed to be child-proofed.
At what point will my child want his toys back? He has so many Legos, he will not. All right,
not a
moving
nice
it forward. But I may start working on a turtle pond with this green water as a base.
Where the hell is Napoleon? He's gotta be in here. And normally this has more water in it.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna need to make turtles.
Oh, ooh. What is on you? Ew.
Ew!
Isn't it? Looks gross.
It's gross.
So I
it
had
looks
brought out
gross,
these
she
little round
said.
Things that I was thinking of trying to make turtles with, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. I may have to sit and think about that for a minute. I need some antibiotics.
Hi, familiar people with strange names or strange people with familiar names.
What is that?
By the way, that's usually what her legal name is.
What is that?
And you got a bunch of names.
All right.
Get
Now-
back over to Mama.
So then I just go back over her own words where she's saying it's dangerous. There's glass, there's snakes. You know, you're going to get, eaten by snakes. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Okay.
Get eaten by
you're going to
snakes.
step on glass. You're going to get, these are all the Turtle Purgatory and the Shit Shack were made entirely out of statements from that video and video footage from that video that Lynette said. Now let's listen to a couple of idiots, including Bruce, the super lawyer, discuss.
And before we do that, while I'm thinking about it, Wes in Bama on YouTube says Rumble still has a way to go with their website, but it's getting there. YouTube management sucks. Thank you so much for the $5. Appreciate
Oh, good. And Rosalind also sent me a Venmo. She sent me 20 on Venmo. Said can't find Jeff's info to send money. Rumble is
link me up,
blocking my
neighbors.
chats. Yeah, she says Rumble is blocking my chats. Nothing is working. I'm going back to bed. Hate this. Hate.
Wait.
Hate. Loathe entirely.
Lady Autumn Sky she's been spamming my Venmo isn't on there. Oh yeah, it is. It's legal_vices.
All right, you got that, Rosalind? It's legal_vices on Venmo. Thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. I think she may have gone back to bed though. hate, loathe entirely. All right, so now we're going to listen to a couple of idiots discussing that video that you just saw.
Yes.
Ready?
Right. So last night when I was live, I jumped up. It was like, I don't know, 3:00 in the morning. And this thing is in my feed.
is
It's
this?
Turtle Purgatory. So I actually clicked on it to see what everybody's talking.
I am not going to tell you who this is because I am not interested in advertising other
It
people's
sounds like the old
retarded
Edward
channels.
the old gangster movies. You see, yeah. There's these turtle people. You see, yeah. It's the turtle guys. It was Edward G. Robinson. Yeah.
Just let's suffice it to say, it sounds like two middle-aged, overweight Karens sit around all day.
Hey,
They're
you're getting a little bit close there on those descriptions.
They're sitting around all day doing 7-hour live streams with Bruce, a lawyer, allegedly.
And talking like Edward G. Robinson. Yeah, you see? I like that, copper.
And I just want to say, I don't really like watching somebody's boob in my face. Okay. So that was kind of a.
Did you see any boobs in that video that I showed you?
Hey.
Were there boobs in that video? Like there was a person in a shirt playing with Legos, but I didn't see any boobs in anyone's face. But yeah,
We could only hope.
This is the criticism. This is the criticism, guys. Boobs
I would be
in
critical
their
of the
face.
fact I didn't see boobs in my face.
Turn off, but the main thing that really turned me off, and I didn't get to really hear any of her spillage, whatever she's saying, but she's describing this little turd purgatory thing, like a mock-up of what she thinks is, I guess, Lynette's property. She thinks she's funny. But she created like knives and some kind of glass or something being on the ground or some kind of stuff like that. And, but she created a toddler gauntlet on the property.
Okay, it becomes increasingly clear that this person has no idea what a gauntlet is. I think she thinks it's a
glove.
I think she believes that it's a, what do you call the thing that beheads you?
Guillotine.
Yeah, I think she thinks it's a guillotine.
Oh, wait.
I think she's too stupid to know.
Wait, that's a she?
Yes.
Oh.
Or a trans person. I don't know. Maybe it's a trans person.
I thought it was a
Jeff,
dude. I just
be sensitive. Okay.
I'm trying to be. That's why I didn't have the visual, so I just had to go what my ears were telling me. Stupid fucking lying ears.
She doesn't use visuals anyway. They never turn their cameras on because they're fucking cowards.
All right.
Okay. I am like, what?
She doesn't know what a gauntlet is. And by the way, if you're unfamiliar with what a gauntlet is it's a harsh trial. Sometimes it can be like knights would have to go through this like battle trial to become a
running
knight.
the gauntlet. You know.
Running the gauntlet is a thing. It's a medieval game. And you have to go through all these harrowing things like axes swinging at your head, you know, and you have to dodge them, you have to duck them, and it's a real thing. If you watch, what was that movie with Richard Gere where he plays
Officer and a Gentleman?
No, not that one. No, he played the Arthur one where he's the
worst King Arthur movie ever made.
The worst King Arthur. There's a gauntlet in that one. Richard Gere running the gauntlet is fun to watch though, because he's very cute.
Really?
What is a toddler gauntlet?
What
Why
is
would
it?
you do that?
Yeah, an episode. I'm sorry, Gabe just showed me something. So I'm like, a toddler gauntlet. Is this some sick bitch? What the hell's wrong with her? You know what I mean? Like,
can you describe the gauntlet a little more? Like Tori and I are like, what is it?
It's starting to sound more like Rick and Morty now.
This is Bruce now.
Robinson. Okay.
Bruce wants her to describe the gauntlet. Now, notice she's not showing it to people. She's not showing my video, including the spliced in Lynette saying the things that I am building. You're stepping glass. It's dangerous. There's snakes. There's you're going to get a nail in your eye.
There's snakes. See, there's snakes.
They're not playing that part. They're just pretending that I'm just making this up out of nowhere.
Rosalind's still awake. Thank you so much, Rosalind. $20. Appreciate that. And also, we have another new person. Oh, never super chatted, but I know how to Venmo. Here to support the hashtag free legal vices. Thanks for the time and work you do to entertain us. It's appreciated. This is from Initials AS.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, Initials AS.
And now we're going to listen to another ass, and that would be Bruce.
She had these little Lego thing that she made, right? And she's calling it like Turtle Purgatory or Turd Purgatory, whatever she's saying.
Turtle Purgatory.
It's like this little thing she's making out of Lego that is supposed to be John and Michelle's property. And she's putting like shards of glass and axe and stuff.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like
and she's like putting all this stuff. Yeah, she's putting all this stuff and I guess to try and make it look like it's an unsafe thing for a child.
Oh my God. Lynette is screaming. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
There's glass.
There's one clip of her going, this used to be a garbage dump. There's shit coming out of the ground everywhere. She says this. The turtles are sick. She's like, ew, that's gross. You heard it out of her own
snakes.
Mouth. Oh my God. Wait, here comes the legal opinion though, Jeff. Here comes.
But she created.
So you want to know something about that, by the way? You know, there's defamation of title. If you falsely defame the property condition, somebody's property condition, and it thus causes the value to go down, that's defamation of title.
Defamation of title, Jeff. Defamation of title, Jeff. But here's the key word in that phrase, Bruce. Falsely. I have only repeated what Lynette said about her own goddamn property. She said it's dangerous.
Please, huh?
There's snakes. There's glass. You're gonna get a nail in your eye. What have I said other than repeating her goddamn words?
See, that's when you go to court and.
Well, Mr. Could you tell the court what color eyes the defendants have?
Mr. Tipton.
You're now in contempt of court.
Look, I really hope.
No, Your Honor. No further questions.
I really hope that this guy takes me to court for defamation of title, because there will be nothing better than to stand up in court and introduce into evidence that Fish and Wildlife video and just make the judge watch it.
Well, then you'd be faced with.
I move for a bad court thingy. You mean a mistrial? Yeah.
All right, we're doing this now.
All right.
My child just fell down.
Right to jail, right away.
Button war.
That's why you're the judge and I'm the law talking guy, the lawyer. Right.
All right.
Don't get brazen with me.
All right.
What the fuck is that?
Moving on. We're moving on. We're going to. Where are we going?
Oh God, I was just thinking of what you said before we went live. Sorry.
You're such a 12-year-old. Oh my God.
I know.
All right, I have to open up my.
You're
Google
not a
Drive.
nice person.
Right to jail, right away.
All right, let's see. Gosney,
Oh,
Griffith.
Initials AM also just gave me a $20 donation. Thank you very, very much, AM.
By the way, I don't know if my Rumble numbers include yours, but I'm showing 673 people here.
They're all Megans. We're about even. There's 322 on my stream now. Wow.
Excellent. And SNG, thanks for the Rumble.
You really like me. I feel like Sally.
Thanks for the Rumble rant, SNG. Thanks for the 2. Says, no, work it out. Make it work. Don't give up so easily. Oh, you mean about yeah. Well, I would probably have to back out of StreamYard and reset it again. And nobody needs to wait for that. Nobody wants to do that, right? It will just next stream, it should work properly. And if it doesn't, I'm going to harangue Aussie Overlord
Yes,
until
Hayden,
it works.
Hayden is here watching. So Hayden,
You're going to have to teach me Rumble ways to get the comments on StreamYard, because I can see Jeff's, but I can't see mine. I tried your link, but it didn't seem to work for me. But that's probably because I'm already live. I bet that I just have to restart the stream. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, we are moving on to what the hell happened to my? There it is. Hearing footage. we need part 2.
Part 2 of our 7-part series.
We finished part 1 of the hearing. We are now moving on to part 2. It's an hour and 17 minutes. Hey, we've only done 42 minutes of bullshit today. That's pretty bad.
Flux, don't do that. Flux, do not send money to Rumble. I can't get it. It's now that $2 you sent. I appreciate it, but it is now locked in Rumble hell forever and ever.
Oh no!
And ever.
Yeah, Jeff can't get Rumble rants. He can't get them. So you guys can only send those to me on Rumble, but you can't, and not on Jeff's channel.
Do not send anything on my channel.
Don't send anything through Rumble on Jeff's channel. Jeff, I think you can turn Rumble rants off.
Oh, can you?
I think so.
Well, now I have $2 waiting for me when I retire and go back to the States.
All right, here we go. We are on part 2.
But she did say titties, so okay, I'm cool.
If you remember where we left off, there was a recess. The Randy Shockett's side, the Gosneys, still haven't got a word in. The other side has been going on for an hour and a half in what was supposed to be a 1-hour total hearing. So that's where we are now. We have taken a 10-minute break. Randy has already asked the judge, how much longer is this going to be? And the judge is like, well, I'll tell you when I know. He's just being a dick, as usual. Here we go.
All right, we are reconvening. It is 10:40 a.m. It's my understanding the movement respondent in this action has concluded its presentation, or do you have any additional evidence?
We're going to call one witness to set the location residence.
We don't have,
Okay.
I don't have a stipulation on the residence.
Okay, so we'll finish that up.
Real
So,
Rob law is just Korean
we just
banking
took a
laws and
10-minute break.
restrictions and the way I'm
The
set up here in Korea.
Matter commenced at just after 9 a.m. At least 25 minutes of it was taken up by the court on procedural matters, and my
Hold on, I'll fix it in a
questioning
second.
counsel on their assertion made in subsection 14 of the motion that probably ate up 30 minutes. So clearly, I mean, Mr. Shaka, your clients need an hour to present their case. They're going to get it.
Please, and also I'm going to object to this witness because we tried to invoke the rule. Initially, we were told there were no witnesses. That's on the record. Now we're told there's a witness.
So the issue with regards to the rule, even if the rule were invoked, which it was not, would be, well, what is the substance? And it's my understanding
Why are we talking about a rule that wasn't invoked?
To the address that they're currently at, or that they're no longer at the previous address. So what would be the prejudice of a witness? And don't your clients want to know that there's sworn testimony that they no longer have to deal with these neighbors? Isn't that part of what's going on here?
That's the
Reduction of the
limit.
risk of potential harm?
If that's the limited testimony and nothing else, then
If it goes beyond that, the court will consider a motion to strike or exclude. All right, may call your next witness.
Kimberly Griffith.
Oh, do we have the bingo card set up?
This is the woman who keeps showing her ass to the camera, in case you were wondering. Oh, the bingo card. Shit, no.
She looks slimmer than she does in the home videos.
I'll work on the bingo.
Yeah, I just remembered. You didn't save it again?
I don't know how to save them.
Ma'am, would you state your name for the record?
I didn't know you Griffith save them.
And Mrs. Griffith, are you currently married?
I was just tipped
To
off because I
whom?
heard my dog's hyperventilating
And Mr.
behind me.
Griffith is the respondent movant in this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You and Mr. Griffith own a residence on Mastodon Drive adjacent to the Gosneys. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Did you move out of your house this past fall?
We did
Okay. Tell the court roughly when you moved out of your house.
around September, October.
When the
Okay,
noise
and where
stopped.
did you move to when you left your house?
We went to an RV park and stayed in our fifth wheel
I'm sorry.
Hang on, where?
at Gulf
Darmok
Coast.
and Gelada, Tanagra, and the walls
In
fell.
Florida, I'm not here.
That was in Florida.
And then have you since left that RV park and moved elsewhere?
We did in February of this year.
Okay, and in
Did
February.
you move
where
to
did
Lynette's
move to?
RV
We are
park?
currently residing in Westville, Indiana. I took a job up there.
Only meth heads are allowed to do
I'm
that.
sorry, Westville, Indiana.
Oh, wait, they might
All right.
qualify.
Oh God, they moved all the way to
Husband live with you?
Indiana.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Did he live with
That's
you at
almost
the
in
time that you
Ohio.
moved out of the
Dun, dun,
house?
dun.
Yes,
And does he currently live with you in Westville, Indiana?
yes.
I don't have any other
You have
questions.
Okay, you may.
Good morning.
Morning.
At this address in Indiana, what is that? Do you own the property?
We are staying in a place with our trailer, our RV. Until our house sells, we can't afford to pay 2 house payments.
Okay, so I'm just understanding. So you took your RV from Florida and you drove.
My
You heard her.
husband pulled it to Indiana, yes.
Okay. And it's just there on a land that you're paying rent for, or do you own the property?
We have a lease where we're staying at an estate, yes.
So you're leasing the land that your RV is on right
It's
now?
on a lot,
On a lot in Indiana?
yes.
And you still own the residence next to my clients, correct?
Yes, we have it for sale.
Right, and you're able to go in that house anytime you want, correct?
Whenever we're financially able, if we have to come down here.
Right, whenever you're financially able, you can go right into the house next to my clients, correct?
Yes, we try to avoid that though.
Jesus, what's with the microphone?
I don't know, maybe that's not your microphone.
Oh, that's horrible.
Ma'am, are you employed in Indiana?
I am full-time,
Okay, and that's part of the reason you're in Indiana. Is that correct?
correct.
All right. I don't have any other questions.
Let me step down there. All right, so Mr. Shockett, your clients have an hour, give or take. If you can present your evidence and testimony in that time, if you think you need more.
They
let
got
me
90
know.
minutes.
I do. I'd like to have equal time, Judge.
Okay, what do you think? Is
I would
equal?
like
I'm
to have
suggesting
equal
we
time.
started just
What do
after-
you mean? What do you think is equal? Well, how much time did they have?
Well, the one thing I learned from George Orwell Some pigs are more equal than others.
Holy shit. What does he mean? What do you mean by equal time?
After 9, I just took a break for 10 minutes.
Right.
We added another 5. The court questioned for about 30. The presentation of their case, which already also included their argument already, which is fine because they're the movant. But their presentation of evidence from the court's perspective, and the record was reflect, we're right at about an hour. If it's an hour and 10 minutes, I'll give you that. You want an hour and 15, I'll give you that.
I understand. There's 2 issues, Judge. First of all, I want to make a motion here before I start for involuntary dismissal of their case. May I do that first?
I think procedurally, it would be wise to do that.
Okay.
But
Well, let me
But I ain't going to do it no matter what you say.
okay.
Okay. So we're moving that, Judge. The only evidence you heard was evidence of telling you my clients aren't in fear. That's basically what you heard. We heard nothing from the petitioner. The burden is on them. And as Your Honor knows, the petitioner himself, or the moving party himself in this motion, didn't testify. And there's a reason for that. And the reason why they can't meet their burden, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you inferences, reasonable inferences that you can take based on his deposition that was given, that the inferences, according to the Fifth Amendment and the case law we provided to the court, are enough to show that there's no basis to dissolve it, because when you take the inferences to these questions, Judge, and I'll read into the record, the depositions are part of the court file. And I'm going to read right for you right now the different pages and citations to the record, questions and answers.
Objection, this isn't evidence that was put in the primary case. They would come in his case in chief, so we're at directed verdict.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out where's the evidence that you're relying on?
All right, we have bingo now.
It's late.
All right, we have bingo. Here is the bingo link. Jeff, you'll have to put it in your chat. I don't seem to be able to. Here's the bingo link in the private chat. I'm going to put it on Rumble.
All right.
And then we'll go over it real quick, see if we can check anything off yet.
I want my $2.
That link
Cash.
is All right. Here is the latest bingo game. All right. We've got Judge Denies Shock It.
Ooh, that link did not work for me.
Oh, shit. All right. Hold on. Why wouldn't that have worked?
Because your Rumble link was included. What?
That's
did
weird.
I just copy and paste wrong?
Copy. No, it was a wrong link. Hold on, guys. Wrong link. Let me try this one, Jeff. You test it and tell me if it works before I put it there.
Yeah, let me delete it. There we go. Now, dirt. Yeah, that looks much more shorter. Yeah, here you go.
Did that work?
That did.
All right.
All right.
All right. There's the link. All right.
Here's
Here.
the one. Yeah.
Now we have Judge Denies Shock It, death threats, motion to disqualify, dog snore, 911 call, free space, which again is not in the middle. I don't know why. Litigating from the bench, judge splaining, blam, 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 motherfucker. What?
You got blam, blam, blam in here again. That's good.
Timestamp, bad legal take, pontificating, Jeff Muppet voice, judge berates, shock it, deposition shenanigans, calendar fuckery, judge stops listening. I played the fifth. Lewd acts, farmer's almanac. Just wait for it. Megan's hair talk, judicial arm waving, judge ignores shock it, judge testifies for someone. All right.
All right.
All right, everybody. I don't think we can click off anything except maybe dog snore. I feel like I heard a dog panting, but not a snore.
Oh yeah, we treated it the same last time. It should be like dog noises.
Dog noises. Okay, so we can do dog noises and free space is what I think we have so far. All right. Here we
Hey
go.
Nick, what's up? Nick Starro in chat.
Oh, hey Nick.
In the court file, East 2019 DR 539.
He did a notice of
It's in the other
filing
case as well.
yesterday, but it's not been
It's in both
admitted.
cases.
It's not been pushed through by the clerk. I think he filed yesterday.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll concede that he filed, but it hasn't been moved in.
Okay, so I guess So it hasn't been moved into evidence. If you're moving it into evidence now, the court can consider it.
Well, I'm asking you to take judicial notice of the court file, which includes both 3 deposition transcripts of Mr. Griffith. The first one is 2 parts on the same date, August 28, 2023. There's a volume 1 and volume 2 in the court file. And that's all I'm going to quote from. There's a second one in the court file, but we're not quoting from that volume of the second continuation of his deposition in September. I'm sticking with the August 28, 2023, volume 1.
And so what you're asking, what you're saying is,
get him, Chuck it.
I'm just looking at the clerk's database right now. It's not imaged yet, so I'm not seeing it. But counsel for the movement, you're saying that you guys
I don't have it. He's
deposition
speaking.
transcripts were filed in.
You don't have.
Because if you're asking judicial notice of this case number 539, I got to know that those depots are there.
They're filed. I don't know if they're showing up in the court.
I mean, if you're going to do judicial
Well, I'm
notice,
telling you, they're not.
They're not right.
Okay.
They haven't been pushed through the portal. They're not physically there right now for them to be attached.
Did she ever push anything
to
through
the
a portal?
judicial notice request.
No, I can read from.
Hang on a
read it.
second. I'm refreshing.
I want to fix
And if he's going
this.
to impeach, we'd like to get a copy of.
All right, here we go.
Make a little custom one like I did.
I'm trying. I'm doing it right now.
Adverse inferences from these, if I may read them with citations.
It's my understanding that you're based on the cases that you
It's
provide.
like my mother cooking. You can sit there and watch, but if I make a mistake, I will fucking kill you.
But why does this not work for me? Maybe we need to do it. No, I need to do it this way.
Cause of action. You can't use it as a sword, and you can't use
How
it
come
as a
I can't
shield.
make them a custom
Invocation of his
size?
right to remain silent.
You
The
can.
fact, though, is
Well,
in the civil case, he's the defendant. In this case, he's the respondent.
He's the moving party, Judge.
He's the moving party for
You can drag
dissolution
and you can
of
drag the
injunctive
corners and the
relief that's in
sides.
place.
yeah, I'm
Requesting
trying. But
affirmative relief.
But he was
It keeps
deposed in a
making it
lawsuit,
too small or
which is
too
apart
big.
from this, case 38, 2023,
Because of-
CA58. And in that case, for which he's the defendant, he invoked his right. And so, let's
All right,
just-
this is as good
I
as
just
it's
know
going to
from
get today.
Your submissions that that's the case, and I'm
This is-
wondering what relevance that would have.
Well, it's cumulative because we can't take his deposition because he told us he's invoking the fifth. Anything related to the injunction.
plead
if I
the
may,
fifth?
Judge.
Right, but what you're saying though is, and I guess I should, are you using the discovery procedures in 38, 2023 CA58 to advance your client's interests in case 2019 DR 539?
I'm using it in a motion for involuntary dismissal based on Florida statute 90.510 because he has, that statute's in there and the court's
Yes,
aware
but
of it.
but you're saying in case 23 CA58, he invoked his right to remain silent on various questions.
And we're using that definition here in this case as well.
Well, so then you were using the discovery procedures that were provided to you under the rules in case 23 CA58
That's the civil case.
to gain advantage in the case of 19 DR 539. That's what I'm questioning.
I think it's the opposite, Judge. This
I don't see
movement,
notice of deposition in case 2019 DR 539.
no, there was no deposition.
I think this qualifies as judge argues with Shockett.
A little bit, yeah.
Let's see. Do I have that? No, I have
No.
judge berates
Yeah.
Shockett. Judge stops listening. Darn it. Judge ignores Shockett. I didn't put judge.
Don't worry, we're going to get
argues.
judge denies Shockett here in a minute.
How about judge splaining? Is this judge splaining?
Not yet.
Not yet.
In this case, but he is not allowed to take a deposition asking about this injunction case under oath. It's clearly admissible for any purpose, especially a motion for involuntary dismissal. But it's not being used offensively. It's being used to say the court needs to take adverse inferences based on his
This is a sworn
testimony
statement.
related to this injunction.
In a civil matter, negative inference from a
Right, and I'd like to-
vindication of right.
I'd like to
I
tell you
advise
the
people of
questions.
that every time they do that in DV court every Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Right.
That being said, my understanding of what you've proffered thus far is that in the deposition in a lawsuit civil case, 23 CA58, at which time Mr. Griffith was on notice, we're taking your deposition regarding this complaint with these limited defined causes of action. We're taking your deposition. I asked you questions about another case and you invoked your right to remain silent. And now you're saying that the discovery process that was available to you in the other civil action is going to be used as a basis for involuntary dismissal of this action.
Because of the adverse inferences. You don't know what someone's going to say at a deposition, but they can't use it as he walks in here with a complete shield. You can't ask me any questions about that injunction, violations of that injunction. Not going to answer. Okay, so your Honor said this in your order in your case. Here's what your Honor wrote. Paragraph 3 of the order, Exhibit K. The defendant's motion for protective order regarding his deposition to be taken is adjudicated as follows. The defendant is required to respond to each question by providing a factual response relevant to the question propounded, or, if applicable, to respond by invocation of his right to remain silent. He cannot simply refuse entirely. If the deponent invokes his rights as he deems necessary to each specific question to which he intends to exercise such right,
oh my God,
it will be subject to review by the court if necessary.
Yay!
So
that was in the circuit civil case.
Correct, but he can't.
This court was adjudicating the issue of can he blanket wholesale invocation of his right to remain silent and therefore not answer any questions, or does he have to go one by one by one by one?
And
the court ruled you got to go one by one.
And those are the questions that relate to
Are you muted? You're muted.
Violations of the injunction, which clearly is relevant.
Yes, you were.
If the injunction,
I was
they're
just
saying no
mouthing his
contact.
words.
When you read these questions to which he invoked the right, you'll see there was contact, or the inferences there was contact. That alone negates and should be involuntary dismissal because there's been contact and clear violation of the injunction. May I make a record, at least proffer to you what these.
I'm not denying you that opportunity. I want to just be clear what you're saying is that during the discovery process in the other case, not this case, he invoked his right to remain silent when he was given a deposition in that case based on defending himself against that complaint.
Pursuant to your order.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start out on page.
Can I just object for the record? I just want to object.
For the record.
Okay, the objection's based on
For the record.
Randall.
One different proceeding, he's using the process of the civil case to prosecute his position here in an unrelated case. He cannot invoke the sword and shield doctrine as it relates to this case because this deposition wasn't taken in this case. So
I'm overruling the objection at this stage. You can present the evidence because we have a proffer of what it might be or could be. And the fact is, I don't know exactly what it is. I just know from reading the cases that were presented and the argument that you proffered in your response of pleading, I call it pleading motion or response itself. Nonetheless, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, starting out page 14, line 6, question, sure. Have my clients, in your opinion, done anything wrong to you? Answer, I don't know how to answer that. Question, you don't know an answer to it? Answer, no, I don't know an answer to that. I just don't know if they've done anything wrong to me or if they've done anything wrong to them. Here we go. Now, on page 41, line 17 through 19, question. Okay, did you pour the concrete walls in your addition? Mr. Griffiths, I'm going to direct him not to answer. We will go to page, sorry. Now we're on page 65. Hang on, I'm just going to skip one here. Question. This is now on page 90, lines 8 through 14. Question, have you ever been ordered by a court to surrender your weapons? Mr. Griffiths, I'm instructing him not to answer any questions about the injunction. Question, are you instructing him not to answer that question? Mr. Griffiths, yes. Page 92, lines 14 through 18. Question, did you ever display a gun to Sally? Answer, not. Mr. Griffiths, do not. Stop. I'm objecting him not to answer that question. Okay? Certify that question. Question, now we're on page 92, continuing lines 21 through 24. Question, did you ever point a gun at Mr. Will Gosney? Mr. Griffiths, objection. Ask him, direct him not to answer that question. Fifth Amendment privilege. And each one of these questions, Judge, I would like you to think about the adverse inference. I'll make an argument as to each one. Right there, the adverse inference is that he has, and he did. And there's no time frame ever. It includes through now. He's not answering, he's raising his privilege to not incriminate himself. Okay, now we're on page 93, lines 3 through 8. Okay, question. Okay, you're taking the Fifth? Okay, so this is now the first time you invoked the Fifth Amendment?
I'm taking a Fifth.
Anything that relates to the injunction or potential violation, I'm going to invoke the Fifth Amendment. Mr. Griffiths, when I direct him not to answer a question relating to the injunction, this is starting on line 17 through 19 on page 93. He is invoking his Fifth Amendment. Page 95, lines 6 through 12. Question, okay, have you ever thrown or dumped anything on the Gosney's property? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Don't answer that question.
Judge, I'm also
kind of on
he's
videotape.
actually not reading from the transcript.
He's
reading from something that is not the transcript.
You can check it.
We're in volume 1. They just got imaged. So,
Okay.
Like, my
I'm on
clerk is taking a
95,
note.
page 6 through 12.
Jeff,
Volume
did you
1.
skip reading Rosalind's message?
Nope.
Did you read it?
Maybe it just came through right now. Or the one she did previously. I don't know.
I think the one she did previously. They can send messages on Venmo.
Yeah.
Maybe this was an old chat. I was just opening the locals chat. MeganFox.locals.com has a live chat right now. If you guys need to want to post memes or whatever, that's a good place to do it. Rosalind
LC just sent her. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
The initials LC. She just sent a $5 Venmo. Thank you very, very much.
Nice.
Yes.
Hang on, because it's because of the size.
Rosalind said screw tube compensation fund installment.
177 pages.
Oh, there you go.
It's loading.
Because Rumble chat is live.
Just a reminder, Jeff cannot get Rumble rants. Send
177
Venmos
pages. That's right, Judge.
or other things that he has pinned to the description of his video.
Send me all the money YouTube's not giving.
No Rumble rants for Jeff, but you can send them to me on my channel.
Send Megan all the money too.
And we've got SNG, thanks for the 2 on Rumble, says the rule means that testifying witnesses cannot be in the courtroom during the testimony of other witnesses.
My iPad up and get the actual screen like you have, but
that would be the exclusionary rule.
Okay. On internet.
Ultimately, here it is. Just. All right, what page you at?
93. I'm sorry, now we're on 95, sorry. 6 through 12. Do you have that, Judge?
I'm with you.
Okay. Question, have you ever thrown or dumped anything on the Gosney's property?
For dumped anything on your neighbor's property?
I'm there.
Oh,
There's
sorry. Okay. Mr. Griffiths, object as to form, don't answer that question.
There's video of Griffin dumping stuff on Gosney's property. While we're watching this, I'll try and find it.
Mr. Shockett, is that the 5th? Mr. Griffiths, yes, sir. Mr. Shockett, he's taking the 5th? Okay. Same page, lines 14 through 19. Did you ever throw pieces of fencing in the Gosney's yard? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form, not going to answer. Mr. Shockett, take the 5th? Mr. Griffiths, yes, sir. 97, now we go to page 97, Judge. I'll wait.
I'm there.
Okay. Line 6 through 23. Question, okay, did you throw debris from your telephone pole camera project into the Gosney's yard? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Actually, I'm going to invoke the 5th, and he's not going to answer. Mr. Shockett, did you pour cement over your wall into the Gosney's property? Object as to form and not going to answer. Mr. Shockett, did you ever spray Roundup on the plants that are on the Gosney's property? Object as to
you don't know,
form, not
Roundup
going
is
to
like
answer.
nuclear
Mr. Shockett,
bombs
instructing
for
him not to
living
answer,
organisms,
invoking the 5th.
plants.
Mr. Griffith, yes, that's on page 97. Do we have that? Did you find that, Judge?
Yeah.
Okay. Continuing on page 100, lines 5 through 18. Have you ever stolen anything from the Gosney's property? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Asked him not to answer that question. Mr. Shockett, taking the fifth. Mr. Griffiths, yeah. You asked him if he's, yes. Mr. Shockett, okay, did you take a grass cedar that was in the Gosney shed from their property? Object as to form.
Well, after I round up his lawn, he wouldn't need
Mr.
to
Shockett,
see her
invoking the
anymore.
fifth. Mr. Griffith, yes, sir. Page 101, lines 1 through 9. Question, okay, when you say you had friends help you build the addition, who are these people? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. I'm going to direct him not to answer that question. Mr. Shockett, on the taking the fifth? Mr. Griffiths, not on that one. Not on that one. Okay, just instructed him not to answer. That's correct. Now we continue to page 101 to 102, starting at lines 20. Question, okay, in the last 5 years, have you ever taken any anger management classes? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form to the extent that it's court ordered and involving the injunction. I'm going to direct him not to answer the question. Taking the fifth, Mr. Griffith, it's related to the injunction, so you.
All right. Taking a break here for a moment because I have found the video of Griffith dumping something over the fence onto the property of
Invoking the
his
Shaggy
neighbor,
defense wasn't
Mr. Gosney. Here we go. Oh,
We need
wait.
to move us.
We need to move us. Let's move us over here. All right. That'll do.
Wasn't me.
All right. That would be Mr. Griffith. He's grabbing something and now he's tossing it over the fence.
Wasn't me.
All right, so that's on video. Did you ever toss something over on your neighbor's property? It looks like a carcass of something. I don't know what. What is that? Like a raccoon skin? A raccoon skin? I don't know, but it's going over the fence. That would be considered dumping. Yep. So now we know. Now we know why he wanted to plead the fifth. On did you dump anything on your neighbor's yard? Okay, let's go back here. All right.
Yeah, he's not going to answer that question. The question. Page 102, continuing, lines 19 through 24. Question, have you ever pointed the gun at anyone in the Gosney family? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. He's not answering that question. Taking the fifth, Mr. Griffith, yes, sir. Page 122 to 123. I may wait for you. I don't know if you have time.
I got you.
Okay, starting at 122, starting at lines 21. Oh, question, okay, at the time they moved in, had you started any work on your home? Mr. Griffiths.
You can put us back up in the corner again if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Shocker, is that a
cool vision?
That's correct. Mr. Shockett, is that the fifth? Mr. Griffiths, same reasons as on our motion limit earlier today. Okay. Page 123, 8 through 17. Did you ever try and tow Mr. Gosney's truck? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Can I ask direct him not to answer that question as phrased?
So again, what he's saying through all of this is because he refused to answer it, you can infer he did it.
Yeah. But the Griffith's attorneys are saying, but this deposition he's reading from is a deposition from a different case involving the same people.
Yeah.
But the argument is they shouldn't be able to use it because it's from a different case. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't legally, I don't know the answer to that question. But I can't understand why it wouldn't be admissible if it's all the same facts and it's a deposition. These are prior statements. Mm-hmm. Prior statements, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
If it's okay, it's a violation of the injunction. Yes. Continue to page 123, 124, beginning at line 19. Question, as you sit here today, what is your understanding of the things you're not allowed to do, Phil, that would violate an injunction? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. He's not going to answer that question. Mr. Griffiths, is that taking the fifth? Mr. Griffiths, he's not going to answer any questions relating to the injunction, sir. Mr. Shockett, is that taking the fifth? Mr. Griffiths, he's not going to give you his impression of a court order on what he's prohibited from doing. The court order speaks for itself, not relevant to this proceeding. Could and be used to incriminate himself, and so you can add the fifth if you like. But going to page 127. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. Starting at lines 4 through 24. Okay, when did you first learn that the Gosney's cameras capture audio outside their home? Mr. Griffiths, if the knowledge came from your lawyer, do not answer the question. Mr. Shockett, the knowledge of when? Mr. Griffith, yes. Okay, you're instructed not to answer that question. And Mr. Griffiths, you bet you. Okay, is that the fifth, sir? Mr. Griffiths, sir, do you have knowledge outside of the conversation with your lawyer as to when that happened, was to happen? Witness, no. Okay, thank you. Next question. I got to take a second here, Judge, because there's a case law on the, on taking the fifth, which also
Can't hear you, Randall.
90.510, the privilege. It says when you instruct not to answer on attorney-client privilege, the same rule applies as to inferences.
Queen L, I think you're incorrect. Queen L says this case has absolutely nothing to do with Preston. Oh, but it does. Yes, it does. Because this is Randy Shockett, who is Jeremy Hale's attorney. And in this case, the judge is treating him with absolute contempt, just like he did in the Jeremy Hale's case. And yet their positions are switched. It's Mr. Shockett who has the plaintiff who has who got this injunction against the defendant. And they're in court to dissolve it. And the judge is hearing all this evidence that they did all these terrible things. And he's like, it's fine.
I mean, not only is Randall Shockett Jeremy's lawyer, but this is also happening now at the same time the Lynette Preston stuff is going on.
Yeah, and that's very important.
Yeah, now he's been chucked off the case, but this was in April when that was all still going on. So,
and the judge was acting incredibly biased towards Randy Shockett. He hates these lawyers now. And so everyone they represent is going to get the brunt of the judge's grudges because he hates Mark Feather and he hates Randy Shockett now. And that's been proven by the appellate court.
All of this is going on after the lawyer in the bottom right-hand corner has filed several motions for the judge in the upper left-hand corner to get off the other case. So Judge Grudge clearly has a grudge against the lawyer that's trying to get him thrown off another case involving essentially the same thing, but he said reversed roles.
Queen L says I misunderstood her comment. It was related to Jeff's timeout. This timeout is crap. Gotcha. But it's a good explanation for people who might not know. These two cases are definitely related, going on at the same time. And you can see the judge behaving in a totally different way, depending on, it's just the lawyer he hates. It's incredible.
The lawyer you know and the lawyer you hate.
Somebody should take that YouTube name immediately. The lawyer you hate. David Jenkins. It could be his YouTube channel.
Piece of equipment. That's right. No, the lighted object there. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Wait. Go back.
The lighted.
What was that?
Oh, yeah. Just
lighting.
Wait, here we go. This is, I forgot to put this on the bingo card. Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot to put this on the bingo card. Everybody pay close attention to what the judge is about to do here.
So we asked that.
Hang on a second. Mr. Gosney, do you have a recorder on?
No, sir.
Okay, what is that piece of equipment? That's sorry? No, the lighted object there. Yes. Okay.
Sunglasses.
All right. So from here it looks.
Sunglasses. Do you have a recorder on, Mr. Gosney? Do you have a recorder on? What's that piece of equipment? You mean this? The sunglasses. Sunglasses. Now listen to this. Now
we get a mark off our judge interrupts.
I don't think it's on here.
Did we? I thought it was on
I
there
screwed
before.
it up. I screwed it up.
Judge ignores. Judge berates. Judge denies. Oh, you took off judge interrupts.
I took off judge interrupts. We can't mark off anything.
Boo.
I also took off what the Hales reference, and here's one coming up right now.
Yeah, so he's accused Gosney of recording.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So from here it looks like a light because it's reflecting.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Make sure we're maintaining a record. Okay. Counsel may proceed.
Okay. All right. So continuing here. We're now on line 19 on 127. Mr. Shockett, so you're taking the fifth, Mr. Griffith? Yes. Mr. Shockett, okay. Mr. Griffith, no, it's not the fifth. I'm sorry. Let me strike that. That's attorney-client privilege. Attorney-client privilege. That's also subject to the sword and seal document, Jenny versus Air Data, which you have there. So we asked that a negative inference or adverse inference be applied to that question. Now we're on page 130. On lines 5 through 11. Question, have you ever had any arguments with the Gosneys? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Wait a minute, hang on. The way the question was phrased, I'm going to direct him not to answer the question. Mr. Shockett, grounds? Mr. Griffith, fifth. Page 130, continuing, lines 13 through 21. I forgot if you took the fifth on this one, but have you ever waved a gun at the Gosneys? Answer, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question. What was it? Sure. Have you ever waved a gun at the Gosneys, Phil? Mr. Griffith, yes, I think it's been asked and answered, but I'm going to have him invoke the fifth on that. On page 137, lines 19 through 25, and then continuing to 137. Ever committed any acts of violence against the Gosneys? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. He's not going to answer any questions relating to the injunction, sir. Mr. Shockett, I'm going to make a record. I understand that. And that's because of the Fifth Amendment. Mr. Griffith, he's not answering any question relating to the injunction. Mr. Griffiths, he's not answering a single question about the injunction. Sir, Mr. Shockett, I understand that. Mr. Griffiths, take that as you will. On page 138, that's lines 17 through 20. Going to page 140, starting at line 1 through 7. Have you ever intentionally made an unlawful threat to do violence to the Gosneys? Mr. Griffiths, objection. Fifth Amendment. He's not going to answer any of those questions, sir. Mr. Shockett, because of the fifth, Mr. Griffith, that's correct. That's correct.
That's correct.
Every single question you ask about this. Okay, and that's going to be the cases that we cited to you, the Atlas case in particular. Negative inferences are to be inferred from this. Now continuing on page 140 to 141, starting at lines 1 through 13. These are meat questions, Judge. Have you ever threatened in any way by words or acts to do violence to the Gosneys? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form and privilege. He's not going to answer. Mr. Shockett, I didn't hear the fifth there. Ms. Kirchhoff, the fifth is a privilege. Mr. Griffiths, the fifth is a privilege. He's not going to answer the question, sir. Mr. Shockett, okay, but you're identifying the privilege. Our attorney-client is also a privilege, so we need to make a record here. So he's not answering that question because he's invoking the Fifth Amendment. Is that right?
Kirchhoff is back there
Mr. Griffiths?
making all kinds of hand motions and talking.
Starting 144, bleeding over to 145.
The judge is making
line
surprisingly
17.
few hand motions.
Question, have you ever contacted
really rude talking
anyone
while he's presenting,
connected with
by
the
the way.
Gosneys' employer? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form.
And she
Fifth
hasn't
Amendment
turned off her
privilege,
microphone.
as phrased. Question, have you ever been required to surrender any firearms and ammunition to any governmental authority? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Fifth Amendment privilege. Mr. Shockett,
I think the judges stopped
have you ever
listening
been
to
required to undergo a mental
Shockett at this
Stops listening. Yeah, he's making his grocery list at the moment, so we can definitely do Judge stops listening.
Yeah,
Yep.
judge ignores.
Judge stops listening.
I think he's definitely judge ignoring Shockett gets clicked off.
Oh, okay. So which one are we going to do? Stops listening or ignores Shockett?
Is there a stop listening?
There's
one?
both. Yes.
He's doing both. What do you have both? They're the same thing.
All right. Well, then since I screwed it up, we'll make Judge ignores, Judge interrupts. So you can check off Judge ignores and Judge stops listening.
Check
How's
them off
that?
both. Either way.
Check off both.
health evaluation. Object as to form. Fifth Amendment privilege and psychotherapist patient privilege. Both. 147 lines 8 through 12. Question, do you know the facts and circumstances as to why you have an injunction issued against you? Mr. Griffiths, object as to form. Fifth Amendment privilege.
All right.
He's not answering
Randall,
those questions.
you get the point, Randall.
Yeah.
And this is going to page 152, lines 21.
Here, maybe we can speed him
all the
up
way
a
to
little.
153.15. Did what, if anything, preceded Will Gosney's firing the shots in your presence? Mr. Griffiths, as framed, object as to form, invoke Fifth Amendment. Okay, was anyone else with you when Will Gosney fired the shots in the ground? Mr. Griffiths, as framed, object as to form, Fifth Amendment. By Mr. Shockett. Question: immediately prior to Will Gosney firing the shots in the ground, did you fire a shot at his house? Mr. Griffith, object as framed.
He's not going to answer these questions.
Mr. Shockett, after Will Gosney fired the shots in the ground, did you throw down your weapon and approach him with your hands in the air? Mr. Griffith.
Judge is now playing Minesweeper.
Amendment privilege. Continuing at lines, this is 153, line 14 through, 155, lines 14 through 25. Question, okay. And that same day, prior to Will Gosney firing the shots on the ground, you displayed your gun to his son, Ben, didn't you? Mr. Griffiths, as framed, Fifth Amendment privilege, object as to form. What, if anything, happened as a result of your phone call to the police?
Have a bingo card.
Mr. Griffiths, object as to form, privilege. Page 159, lines 14 through 19. Question, did they come out after you called them to investigate that report? Answer, yes. Question, well, describe what happened. Mr. Griffiths, object as phrase, object as to form, Fifth Amendment privilege. And then I have, going back to line 60, page 62, 2 through 10. Question, are you there, Judge? I know we went backwards. Yeah, sorry. I'm there now. Is that what this is when you say pistol 40 cal, is that the same black handgun you're talking about right now? Answer, yes. Mr. Griffiths, object to the witness. Oh, Mr. Griffiths, I'm sorry. Witness, sorry. Object as to form, going to have him plead the fifth. I do have.
He answered it, didn't he?
Well, you say there's, Judge, you said, I have a different page number. You said 177.
So there's pages, the pages of the, and it's easy enough for the court to abstract along, but the pages that are printed on the transcript itself that are imaged are off than the pages of when it got fed into the portal.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a page 135. From the September 6th transcript. I'm only down to a couple more quotes here.
Give us a second because it's
Sure.
189.
I know that didn't have to load up.
All right, we're going to have to take a midstream grifting break because YouTube is now screwing us both. Since we're not on YouTube, we're not getting the usual love that we get from our YouTube super chats. And I know it's difficult, folks, to do something different today, but today it's important. It's important that Jeff doesn't miss out on his revenue.
Don't worry about me.
For
this is Megan
7 days. And also it's important that I don't miss out on my revenue for 7 days because Jeff got a stupid strike that makes no sense. So
you don't want to hear about her hair either.
Right, that's right. Although there is a bingo, it's on the bingo card. I may have to hold you hostage for a few minutes while while Rumble rants and Venmos improve. Now, here's what you have to do. It's very easy. You go to the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling across there. You can hit me on Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Rumble rants. In Jeff's case, no Rumble rants. Can't do that. But you can send Venmo, Zelle, other things, PayPal probably, and it's all on his description. If you are watching this on Jeff's Rumble stream, you can go to the description and find those there. If you are watching on my stream, you can just watch the scrolling thing, open up your little Venmo app, and support the show. If you can't do any of those things, we understand. Don't send me your ramen money, but definitely hit the thumbs up button. Now, I just saw some confusion in the chat on Rumble. I can't find the thumbs up. There's no thumbs up. There is a thumbs up. You can hit it and you can subscribe. You may have to close out of the chat in order to see it on your mobile, but it's there. It's a little green thumb, and you click on it.
Hey, wow, I've got 10 likes.
I think I have 0 wait, how many likes do I have on this thing? Let me see how the likes are. This 22? There's 800.
You got 2 times more than I do.
There's 800 of you, 834 of you here right now. That's totally unacceptable. Now find the little thumbs up button and click on it because it helps the algorithm. And it helps us to get to the front page of Rumble so that more people can find us. And, this is the disappointing thing about Rumble. And this is why it's so important that YouTube stops censoring people, because Rumble, it's really difficult to make it worthwhile on Rumble because for whatever reason, Rumble does not bring in the same number of subscribers. It doesn't, I guess it's not easy enough for people to send Rumble rants, etc. So they don't want to do it. Ginver, thanks for the 5, says, sorry, internet mom, I repent. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, we did make it to the front page. Legal Vices, you did.
Really?
You're on Rumble's front page. Yeah. Look.
Woohoo.
Look.
I guess.
Here you are. Wait.
Am I?
Hold on.
Show me.
Right here.
Well, some bitch. What do you know?
You're right next to Viva.
Wow.
They
I'm
have
coming for you, Fry.
Oh, let's see. That's continue watching. Let's see. Is there
You and your 250,000 subs or whatever you got? I'm coming for you, Viva.
Awesome. Well, that's good news. That's great news. Good for you, Jeff. Jeff made it to the front of the Rumble page.
Probably just because you're subscribed to me.
Excellent. Good job.
It's probably not on anybody else's front page.
Well, I don't know how that works. I mean, there's always an editor's pick too, like where let's see, editor's picks are up here. Let's see.
Yeah, mine's in the For You category.
Oh, well, still.
I'm on Megan's front page. That's enough.
You're on my front page. Home. What's on the home page? Let's see what's on the home page. I don't know. I guess yeah, it puts it into different categories. I just don't know how this all works. Rumble is a mystery to me.
5 more days, people. Sorry, YouTube. You don't get your 30%. You don't get your Judas money.
True. I mean, that's also that's good that YouTube's not going to get a dime of any of this. And by the way, you know, that's the nice thing about sending the tips on Venmo or Cash App or PayPal or Zelle or whatever. Google doesn't get their hands on even $1 of your money. Claire Richards, thanks for the $1 Rumble Rant, says, just because you asked. Jeff, do you have any you need to read? Did you check your Venmo?
I do not.
Okay. Well, that's disappointing. I guess we're going to have to talk about hair.
Well, I'm good. Everybody send Megan your money.
It's not fair that you've been locked out of YouTube for 7 days. I mean, it's just not right. There should be a way to appeal that goes beyond their robot review.
There should be.
Did you do the thing that I told you to do yesterday?
No, I have not had time.
All right. Well, I think you should do that.
It's muted.
Oh, no, they're just not talking.
Oh, well, she's talking. Kerfuffle or whatever her name is back there talking. Kirkhoff.
You can't hear even the background noise? The whispering?
A little bit if I turn off my microphone.
Okay. The paper shuffling?
Tax-free tips, Trump 2024.
Page 135.
Yep.
9.6. They may be off by a couple pages also.
All right, I'm with you.
Okay. So we are at lines 9 through 13. Question: have you ever rode on Kathleen's tractor while you were holding a shotgun?
Pause.
Griffith, object as a form.
Flux, stop it. Flux just sent a Rumble rant. Here's $2 Jeff won't see for 10 years.
Flux! She's doing it on purpose.
It's not my money, you know.
That's really funny. Aussie says, if Megan starts talking hair, I'll have to consider doing a telethon stream for Jeff. Oh, man. I mean, this is brutal, though. We're both going to make a fraction of what we normally would just because
Flux says, oh, shit. I thought I was on Megan's stream.
Oh, no. Flux.
He's going to plead the Fifth Amendment. Going to plead the Fifth on that one. Then you have on page 136, lines 7 through 21.
Claire, do not Rumble rant me.
We're playing a video for him.
I have the perfect button for Randy Shockett right now.
Skip
what?
The end. Skip the end.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
You didn't hear that at all?
Nope, not at all.
Wait, let me try to turn it up because it's really good. Let's see. How do I turn it up?
Skip the end.
You can't hear that? I can't believe you can't hear that. Oh, it's at 100%. It's the Princess Bride clip going skip to the end. Skip to the end. How many
Video
of these are we
plays.
going to
Okay, all right, now
read?
back to Zoom. Can you stop sharing? There we go. Let me show you this, Phil. Do you recognize this as your Winnebago? Mr. Griffiths,
Well,
object.
I can use my Witcher noise. I can use my Witcher button.
Which one is that?
Fascinating story. Any chance you're nearing the end?
Sorry,
I love
Randall.
you, Randy, but this is the.
I know why
deposition
he's
re-
doing it.
Well, yes.
He's doing this so that he can explain to the judge he needs to make a negative inference on every single one of these things he refused to answer.
And then this is
get
what's
why-
going to happen.
Deny. Sit down.
Yeah. Spoiler.
House of
Nobody can
Flux.
figure that out.
Flux finally got to the right spot. Thanks for the 2. Says, well, I think I'm in the right spot. Screw Rumble. Ha ha.
To answer any of those questions. Mr. Shockett, Fifth Amendment. Mr. Griffith, absolutely. Mr. Shockett, in this video, are you cleaning a rifle? Mr. Griffith, same objection, direction not to answer any questions. So
Yeah, well,
I can take the time,
that's
Judge,
just like,
to go over what the inferences are.
your opinion.
The adverse
yeah.
inferences that are legally mandated and required for the court to take when an individual invokes their rights under the United States Constitution. As a defendant in a criminal case, absolutely. But when you try it,
All right,
you're
now
asking
we
the
can
court
slow
for
him back
affirmative relief.
down.
A defendant in a criminal case is not asking for any affirmative relief. This is a moving party. It works no matter any moving party. This is the United States Constitution down to here in this courtroom here. You cannot, if you have a right in a civil proceeding, in a criminal proceeding to invoke that privilege, not to incriminate yourself, but you cannot avoid the adverse inferences when you're the moving party as well.
Sword and
This is
shield
that
argument.
this deposition
Same thing that
basically
Lynette did.
served as a shield.
I
And we
plead the
respect
fifth.
that and we understand that. But when someone does that, it comes with a little bit of a poison, if you will, a poison pill, like in corporate law. The court's going to take adverse inferences. And when you do that, clearly the evidence here, just on their presentation alone, whether or not my clients have to testify through their fear, and there's a lot of testimony there, Judge. I submit to you that when you take the adverse inferences to each of these questions, you ever contacted them? Let's go over the injunction itself. I have a copy.
Hayden says, remind you to set up a trust account
saw
for you.
that.
Okay. Why are you occasionally?
This is hilarious. You should do it. You should do it. That's funny. Also, I got $1.26 on PayPal. Kim, never sent anything before, but feel like YouTube did you both dirty. Wish I could send more. Well, again, thank you. I appreciate it. Even $1.26 will buy me a pack of ramen, and my kids love ramen. So
Yeah, I can buy my ramen when I retire. Thanks, Flux. Of course, that's probably when I'll need it.
You do need to you should set up some kind of trust so that somebody can really, let Aussie get your Rumble rants and then he'll Venmo them to you. God, what a disaster. Is it because they're a Canadian company and Canada
No, it's
doesn't
just-
play well with Korea?
No, it's just Korean banking laws and the way my visa, my current visa is.
That's so strange.
Yeah, I have plans for the future.
Here's what the issue here, the legal issue today, do they have a burden to prove that circumstances are different and there's no reason to continue the injunction? When you take all these inferences, pointing a gun, having contact, all of these things, making threats.
Pouring poison on his
The injunction
lawn.
is that's why you have the history here. He's not answering because he knows the answer. We have proof to prove it, but this is not our burden. This is not the proceeding to prove it. That's for the civil case.
I object to him making a statement that he has proof. I object.
Oh my God. In the Karen Reed trial, Bev denied the motion to dismiss on acquittals. Are you
No
kidding?
surprise, yeah. She says it's not double jeopardy.
She's wrong.
Of course she is. Judges
She's
never
wrong. Are they
dismiss their
going to
own-
appeal? Are they going to
Yep.
appeal that?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, they're going to appeal it.
That is so bullshit. You've got all the jurors saying we voted to acquit on 2 of these counts, and she has the nerve to say denied.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be appealed, and you can put the Karen Reed on trial on pause for a very, very long time.
Really? Because that appeal is going to go on for how long do we think? Forever. Well, that'll work out
Ever.
for her. Hopefully, she can get back to her life.
Collateral
it's an argument.
collateral appeals take forever to do.
Interesting. Why is this not
I mean,
playing?
they have
but
proof.
he's-
They haven't submitted proof.
They
The
haven't
court
submitted proof, correct.
court doesn't have, but what he's arguing is that they shouldn't be compelled to put on proof. Your client has to do so. And so in that regard, objections are okay.
Right. That's what we're saying, Judge. So the bottom line is they haven't met their burden at all when you take these inferences. In fact, it's enough of a reason with these inferences. This is an injunction that's hot, and it should never. And this issue about moving away, we just heard they can come back anytime. The case law that you've seen doesn't say, every case you've seen, Judge, that in all these, on the memorandums, on both sides, the moving party, the respondent who's enjoined, testified. I'm not a threat. I never violated it. There's never been a violation. I've never done anything to them. And now I moved away. It's all the circumstances in those cases, not here. You can't find one case, and I challenge anyone to find a case anywhere in this country where someone has an injunction against them. They take the fifth on any questions related to their burden of proof for their moving party to dissolve it, and the court somehow any appellate
over
court say,
him.
"Well, that's okay."
Oh my God. Okay, look, she does this throughout the entire hearing, Kirchhoff, and I can't pay attention to what Randy's saying because she is whispering, and I'm trying to like hear both of them.
Oh, see, I'm just ignoring her entirely. I
And
didn't
this
even know she
damn
was
judge
talking.
doesn't say a word. Do you think that he would say something if Randy was talking to his co-counsel throughout her entire statement? I guarantee you the judge would be like, Mr. Shockett, could you please be quiet? You're interrupting the administration of justice. This is just really fucking annoying. Hey, Attorney Kirchhoff, shut up.
You can use it as a sword and a shield. You can't. So for that reason, we ask you that you
Turn
say
your
that
damn
grant our
microphone
motion
off.
for involuntary dismissal. We shouldn't have to put on a case, Judge.
Okay. Response?
Cindy
He's
T
right.
just sent $5. Said, YouTube is asshole, but so glad there's Rumble. Enjoy starting my work days watching your lives. Thank you, Cindy T. Sorry to interrupt, Megan.
Nope, you're good. You're good.
Briefly.
And $15 also. We got a 15 on PayPal. We got to
Here
sign into
comes
PayPal.
Griffith. Here comes Griffith, and he's gonna argue, and Randy's probably gonna say, one lawyer, one argument, or one lawyer, right? He already said he wanted that.
Because I don't want to take up much of his time, right? So I'm going to be brief. The the deposition quotations that were read to the court, again, were for a different civil proceeding for trespass and that sort of thing. I think Mr. Shockett has.
I just don't want to object. We're hearing argument from the counsel that wasn't presenting the case. Again, with the two counsels.
And K-Matt,
so what
what's
would be the
up? K-Matt Red Queen said, sent 15 for Jeff to mess up YouTube and enjoy fucking Friday. Now messed up. Yes, I will. We fucking Friday has been rescheduled for next Friday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to make money on Rumble. It's because that you just don't get this. Although our audience today is excellent. I'm really proud of you guys for being here, for coming over here. Thank you for making the switch today. It's
I make
just
people come everywhere.
Yeah. What? What?
That's what she said.
Phrasing.
Oh God, I forgot to play my one button that I can only play on Rumble. Are you ready for it?
No, because it's going up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Cough, cough, cough. Oh my God.
It's Ben Shapiro rapping.
Yeah, no, Ben. No, Ben.
It's all right. The bad part's at the end. I didn't play it.
Yeah.
When are we allowed to upload this to YouTube, by the way?
I have no idea. I'm going to
Until
upload
next
mine in
week?
7 days. I have no idea. I have no freaking idea.
It doesn't matter because it's not like re-uploads make me any money. They don't.
Yeah.
I just generally speaking, Judge, 3-4-1.
Give me a rule of case precedent. The issue is, would you be prejudiced? So this is a separate issue. It's a legal motion. He's addressing it. Ms. Kirchhoff is not. She presented.
I wait the judge.
Okay.
Denied. Sit down.
I appreciate Mr. Shockett reading each and every single one of those excerpts to the court. It demonstrates our case. The civil case is a pretext to manufacture a violation of the injunction.
What?
Every case, every question that you heard Mr. Shockett read into the record was an attempt to find a violation of an injunction, which was not an
But he did. He did violate the injunction multiple times. There's video evidence. I showed it to you. Dumping shit over the fence. Like, he did violate the injunction multiple times.
And it's
I don't like this man. I mean, everybody's entitled to their defense and everything. The guy's giving him a vigorous defense. But
and it's a
this is
deposition. He can
horseshit.
ask any damn thing he wants.
And he's not, I don't think he was trying to he's just trying to illustrate what this man has done.
Part of the claims in the other lawsuit for which this deposition was done is intentional infliction of emotional distress. And throwing shit on your lawn, pointing guns at you, etc. I think could reasonably be grounds to prove intentional infliction of emotional distress by doing such things.
Oh, look at this. Aussie Overlord is officially canceling the member-a-thon next week. Vices will have some distance to make up because of YouTube fuckery. Seriously, you guys, it's terrible what they do. Deleting a week from your life, from your revenue, is like, what? You were counting on that. I'm sure you budget stuff in. You're like, I know there's an average you're going to make a week, and you budget it in and you have it planned, and then they just take it away from you with no ability to fight it or to do anything. And it's really terrible. Thank you, Aussie. That's really sweet.
Well, and even more than the revenue, it screws with your algorithm.
The algorithm.
Because you haven't done, they like consistency, and you'd suddenly just disappear.
Right. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Issue in the civil case: trespass, nuisance. Those things are what's at issue in the civil case, and he used the entire 2 days worth of depositions to manufacture a violation of the injunction.
Manufacture?
To see whether or not he was working, all those questions about pouring slabs and building fences and that sort of thing, so that he could file a complaint.
Does he have those are his reading glasses on his head. I thought he had sunglasses tucked up on top of his head. While
It's in another state. Everything about
And they're obviously recording because the light is shining from them. So they must be recording.
That case
Hey, little
is
miss, what's up?
manufactured to punish Mr. Griffith. He just demonstrated our case. There is no good purpose to maintain this injunction. The evidence that is in this record at this point is that there are 4 years worth of police reports, 4.5. Not a single one of them for violations, not a single one of them have merited prosecution at all.
Knowing what I know about the Levy County Sheriff, that does not make me feel like that's like, they did the right thing there by any stretch.
I mean, I think the weakest part of Shockett's arguments, the weakest part of his arguments are that now they live in Indiana. So they don't need the Florida injunction, but like Shockett said, they can come back anytime they want.
Yeah, they can come back. And he hasn't presented this evidence yet, but they have been there. And they're saying that they haven't been there. They've been there almost every day, according to the Gosneys, and they have it on film. That they're visiting neighbors and they're, doing things in the neighborhood. They're there all the time.
The record will also reflect that he successfully completed his felony probation, unlike what was represented in the deposition by Mr. Gosney, and that he successfully completed without violation and remains not a convicted felon. He did all of those things. There has been no contact, and there will be no evidence of contact when they call their clients, unless they want to contradict their deposition testimony. So at this point in time, we have satisfied our burden of proof to get through directed verdict. We request the court deny the motion. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you think he's going to
So
do?
the court is certainly familiar with the concept of negative inference, and quite frankly, addresses it almost on a weekly basis when we hold regular court in these matters. And so it's only to.
I feel judge splaining coming on.
Is limited in that, establishing an entire case based on simply an inference, be it negative, is not dispositive of the issue. It's not affirmative evidence. And at this stage in the proceedings, there is affirmative evidence from the movant that he's no longer residing at the home, that the injunction that's been in place for 4.5 years has not been violated. There's not even been an allegation of a violation of the injunction in the course of case 2019 DR 539. There's no findings of any violations. In the other case that's being referred to, the judgment and sentences in evidence 38 2019 CF 539. That case, which has been referred to here, shows that on January 20th, 2021, the court withheld adjudication, gave the, in that case, defendant, this case, respondent, movant, 30 days in jail, followed by 6 months community control, followed by the balance. It was 24 months probation.
Right.
The first 6 months were on community.
This guy's behavior was so bad that he had to go to jail. He had to go to jail. And this judge is seriously considering dissolving the restraining order.
Yeah, that's problematic.
But he's all, well, he served his time and I'm sure it's fine.
Community control conditions, the balance of which would be on probation, that he successfully completed that without any violation of probation. One of the conditions
that
of
we know of,
probation, including the general condition of everyone's probation not to violate the law, would also
I'm sure he
have
didn't,
a
because that would be
special condition of no contact with the Gosney family, which is even broader than the no contact related to.
Can I make a small
conjunctive
rant
relief.
here, Megan?
Yes.
The small rant is, look, I know. Oh, get back here on the screen. Don't be weird about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Weirdo. I don't know the Gosneys. I don't know the Griffiths. And, you know, well, we've seen Mrs. Gosney here in chat a couple times. I don't know them. I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. Frankly, I don't care who's right and who's wrong in the situation. What I care about is the judge's behavior on the bench, how he applies law, how he treats the other lawyers, how he handles these questions of fairness and justice. That's what I care about. I don't care about, you know, who's mooning who over the fence. I mean, it's funny to watch. Yeah, it's funny to, you know, and blam.
It was Mrs. Griffith, by the way. It was Mrs. Griffith who was doing that.
Well, he was doing it too on the night cam.
And Mr. Griffith, yes.
But,
Mr. and Mrs. Griffith were doing the lewd acts.
Yeah, I mean, the personal interactions between them, I really don't care. That's between them. But I mean, I only care in as much as it affects what the judge is doing. And so, you know, don't get involved in the personal. I'm not involved in the personal. I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. I have a pretty good idea from the video I've seen, but the important thing is how this judge is ruling, how this judge is treating counsel. Is he treating them the same? Are they being treated with fairness? That's what I care about. That's why we're going, you know, and examining Judge Grudge, who has just been thrown off of the What the Hales case for his behavior. Mm-hmm. And it was so bad and so egregious that the appellate court gave a per curiam judgment, which means unanimous. Every single judge on the high court agreed he should have been booted off. Every single one of them. And the way it was phrased, it's like, well, you know, more than likely the first two should have been granted, but certainly the third motion. So they think he should have been thrown off the case. He should have withdrawn from the case in the first two attempts that were made to get him off. But then, like, even if we give him those, the third one is so egregious that we all unanimously agree he should have been off the case because he's unfair and biased. And we can see it happening again in this other case, which is going on simultaneously with the efforts of Shaka to get him thrown off Jeremy Hale's case. The grudge continues. I just wanted to rant about that.
The grudge does continue.
Yeah, to stem off any of the personal thing. No, it's the judge I care. It's the judge's behavior I care about. It's the lawyer's
And he
behavior
keeps
that I
proving to us that he's a bad judge. By the way, that's the only reason why we cared at all about Lynette Preston's case. We were interested in. I remember when we first started covering it, we're like, I really don't care what the story is, and I can't even follow the story anyway. Like, I just don't care about this at all. But this judge is like one of the worst judges we've ever seen, and that's what made. Those of us who cover legal stuff, that's what made us cover it in the first place. By the way, I thought I'd give you guys a gift for the bingo card. Are you ready for it? Because a lot of you were waiting for lewd acts, and I have one for you. There it is, Mrs. Griffith, mooning the camera yet again. All right, there you go. You can now check off
Thanks, I
lewd
guess.
acts. Lewd acts on your bingo card.
Yeah, and see, I grew up with four kids in the family, 3 siblings, and it takes at least 2 to have an argument. Nobody has completely clean hands in any dispute with neighbors. Is that you have to engage for them to have something to argue about. Nobody has clean hands, but the judge and the lawyers are the important. They're the focus of this.
Yeah.
The other stuff is just, fluff that's funny to watch. Funny for us because it's not happening.
Yeah, because it's not happening. I think we do kind of lose sight sometimes of, we're having so much fun with this, but the people involved are not having fun. They have been through a lot of emotional distress. I know Jeremy and George have been, they've gone through it. You can see the stress on them. And I'm sure that it's not fun for Lynette or John either. But at some point, it's like, you guys got to just give it. You just got to quit.
The companion case, the CF case, the felony case, which was referred to, also shows no prior criminal history in that matter. So those are all matters of record here. There's no, despite what was averred, we've clarified that, no pending cases as against the respondent movement. There is affirmative evidence. The home is for sale. They have no intention to return there, to live there. And there's a unique aspect of this injunction that the court has to consider too, and for which there's actual evidence of, which was that the court, both in the criminal court case and in the civil injunction case, carved out an exception to the 500-foot buffer zone to allow Mr. Griffith to remain residing in the home. And there's law to support that. And then there were facts from which the court found in both the criminal and the civil contexts. Aside from questioning the propriety of using the discovery rules in a separate case, 23 CA 58, to
Amazon Alley, thanks for the $1 on Rumble. Says because of Rumble's terrible monetization. Thank you.
advance argument to get affirmative relief or to deny the respondent the affirmative relief he's seeking is more accurately way to put it. But to advance the interests in 19 DR 539, as a matter of law, the motion for involuntary dismissal is denied. There is a sufficient basis presented within the evidence documents that are in evidence. The matters that were taken of judicial notice by the court for the matter to proceed. It's not dispositive of the issue in terms of whether the respondent.
I'm checking off
entitled
Judge
to the relief
splaining.
he's seeking, but nonetheless, he's established a sufficient basis to go forward.
Oh,
if
Judge denies shock it.
You feel
You can click that off too.
To contradict or otherwise, you could do so, but the motion that's before the court is denied.
All right, Your Honor, at this point, Your Honor knows I have to be in Miami, in South Broward, Monday morning.
Okay.
This was scheduled for an hour. I really have to prepare for this trial Monday morning. I've already cut into my time. I have emails coming from opposing counsel, my trial counsel, wanting to go over things like, the witness exhibit list, things like that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you asked for equal time that they had to present their case. I said it was about an hour and 15 minutes. If you think it's an hour and 20 or an hour and 30 minutes, I'll give you that. I just, on our break, the only break that we took, I went and changed my calendar to accommodate your clients. So I got a couple concerns, which is All right, you've got obligations.
All right, we can now check off calendar fuckery.
Yeah, we're listening to this because this is very interesting. But in the What the Hales case, he wasn't going to give Shockett an extra second, and he wouldn't
even give him 15 minutes.
I mean, every hearing he'd be like, "You knew about it for 24 hours. Yeah, you're making all these motions. You knew about it," and he wouldn't give him the 15 minutes at the end of the day. And I was like, no, you wanted more time, motherfucker. You have to take more time.
You have to take it now. I changed my calendar, so you have to do it. I don't care that you have a trial in Gainesville and you're supposed to be in trial prep right now. This is a Friday. He is in trial on Monday. He has to travel to Gainesville from wherever the hell he is in Levy County, and also do trial prep. Here we go. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Exactly, Amazon Alley. Here he goes, blaming Shockett for the calendar again.
Yep.
It's Friday at 11:28.
But my obligation.
Oh, timestamp.
Timestamp.
11:28.
Timestamp.
11:28. It's 11:28 on a Friday.
See, now, mind you, this hearing was originally scheduled to be a 1-hour hearing from 9 to 10 a.m. It's already gone over 90 minutes.
This is the same guy who says he can do 5 cases in an hour.
For the trial are happening as we speak. I had a phone call scheduled with my opposing counsel, which I've during your break had to say, let's try it at noon. There's a lot of things that I had planned on my schedule that I've been able to do right now. I was planning on being here for 2 hours, even living travel time. At this point, my other client is going to be prejudiced. I have a trial I've got to go through, and this was supposed to be for an hour. I'm just asking. I'm not saying.
Why didn't you say it an hour? Let's just stop so you can go and do those things rather than let them put on their entire case. And now you've got what
he did. He asked him several times, Judge, how much longer is this going to go on? Judge, how much longer? How much longer? They've been putting on their cases for all day. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me this? The judge totally knows that he has a case in Gainesville.
Oh yeah.
I'm making no attendance motion, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I'm making no attendance motion to give us a date to.
And he's definitely going, no, I'm going to force you to keep going.
Yep.
At this point, I have attorneys.
She just said denied.
Oh
my God. Oh my God. She did. Listen.
Why didn't you say it an hour? Let's just stop so you can go and do those things rather than let them put on their entire case. And now you've got whatever.
I'm making no attendance motion, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I'm making no attendance motion to give us a date to then I present my client's testimony. I literally have to leave.
Denied. Did you hear her?
No, I saw her move her mouth though.
You didn't hear it?
No, I couldn't hear it.
Jeff, it's in the right. It's in the right only. Do you have your right headphone in?
I have both in. Yeah.
A date to then I present my client's testimony. I literally have to leave.
Denied.
Attorneys.
Yeah, I turned my volume up way too loud and I heard it. Yeah.
But I have to leave. And if you want to deny it, that's fine.
Cowbag.
I literally, I'd like to have my motion heard because you mentioned it originally. Are we going forward in the other case? Do I have a problem with the other judge in South Florida next week? Am I going to trial? I haven't got a continuance on our 16th.
So, well, you're
Now was she whispering about
motion to continue?
He came in here knowing that he has a trial on April 16th.
Is that what you said? Really?
That's what she said. But yeah, he told this judge that he has a trial on April 16th in Gainesville. He told him that.
The hearings that are set in case 23CA58, I said that we could address that today since all counsel is here, even though it's not noticed for hearing. And it would seem to me as a practical matter, and quite frankly, to benefit you to know before you get to Monday what's likely to happen to your responsibilities before this court on Tuesday. But yesterday, the court wasn't going to rule because there was no motion. This morning, there's now a motion. And so I said, let's address it if we can and if there's a need to. And
it's all your fault, Chuck.
There would be a need to, but I'll hear from counsel for the opposing side. But it's a separate issue so let's not conflate. Here we're at this matter. They presented their case. You've got an opportunity to present yours. We could be concluded in an hour.
Can you,
without
though?
prejudice to your clients. And why prejudice them by delaying or what could be perceived as prejudice to the moving party who's seeking affirmative relief from the court? It just doesn't make sense when there are logistical challenges you're going to have in your other case. We could take a break and
it doesn't make sense that he has somewhere else to be because he didn't know that they were going to ramble on for 90 freaking minutes.
He's
that they were going
supposed
to
to be in
present their
trial
case in
prep.
chief during their opening statements.
He already had to reschedule a call with the opposing counsel on the other side for trial prep and his co-counsel. Now he also has trial prep he's supposed to be doing before he goes down to Gainesville that he's going to miss. How on earth does he not see the prejudice to his clients in that case that this judge is causing?
Well, see, that's the thing. He's causing this catch-22 situation. Which one are you going to prejudice? Are you going to prejudice these guys here? Or are you going to prejudice those guys over there?
Yeah.
Gee, you better
But it's all Randy's fault.
Yeah, you better just suck it up and work something out with the other guys.
I can get on the phone with that other judge to say, give you to the afternoon to get with that counsel. I don't know if you're under.
Oh, here we go again with, I'll just get on the phone with the judge. Do you remember when he said this to Jeremy Hales? Well, I'll call the Ohio judge.
Yeah.
I'll get the Ohio judge on the phone. I'll see if you really did have to be in court that day.
Yep.
Oh my God, this guy.
Yep.
And I forgot to put most important person in the room on the bingo card, but this is where it is. This is where it would go. This is nobody matters more than me, Judge DeThomasis.
Yep. I wear the robes in this courtroom.
And in everybody else's courtroom. I can override the judge in Gainesville and what he wants you to do. I'm imagining that he's ordered you to get with opposing counsel, but I'll just call him up and tell him he can't.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Court order to discuss anything with the other attorney.
There's a lot of exhibits haven't been marked. There's a lot of things that have to be done.
It's trial prep, Judge.
I just don't know why we waited till we went beyond the time. To me, it's an important
because he didn't know you were going to go fucking beyond the time.
Muppet voice. Muppet voice. Judge, can we also check off Judge Berate's Shocket?
Yeah, of course.
Are we there? Because I feel like we're there.
Yeah, we're there.
I feel like we're there.
Issue to address. Okay, so let me hear from Mr. Griffiths.
Okay. My clients traveled here from Indiana at their expense, and it's expensive. And this was moved to today and to this date, knowing he had a trial set on Monday. So,
does your client intend to be here on Tuesday if we proceed on Tuesday?
Yes. Okay. He's going to remain in town on Tuesday if we proceed, but continuing this matter to another day is an issue. And obviously, if he's successful in his motion,
he has really tiny hands, and they're creeping me out.
He's already consumed a half an hour of the hour's time on his motion for direct.
Oh, eat my.
Eat my what?
I don't have a problem staying as long as
Nothing.
to complete.
Ass.
But I've been watching the clock. It took him that long.
I've been watching the clock, and he's already used this many minutes.
I want to complete this today.
That's why so Judge Grudge likes him. You've been watching the clocks and just 37 minutes and 26 seconds of his time. They're bosom buddies.
Yep.
Co-counsel in your other case as well?
You mean in trial?
In Broward County?
Yes.
Wherever it's pending?
Yes, Ms. Inkley's.
Okay. Right, and they can't address the matters that need to be addressed? Over the next hour, basically, you're saying you need an hour to present. You've used some period of time, but I'll give you an hour if testimonial evidence requires that.
But he's supposed to be in trial prep an hour ago. Like, we are 2 hours over now. He was already supposed to be in trial prep.
And we'll be concluded here today.
Are we going to be concluded in an hour? I know we're still in part 2 here, and there's 5 more parts.
Judge,
You
give me an hour
for an hour. I mean, basically, I'm not finding that there's a sufficient basis to continue what amounts to about another hour to bring this matter to a resolution. I may take it under advisement. I'm very likely that I will, because there's a lot of cases I want to review. The exhibits that are in evidence we've referred to, I'm familiar with them, but I want to review them. And so it's not likely that I'm going to say, let's take a break and I'll come back and give you, it may be, because my anticipation is we may be together back on Tuesday. If not, I can issue a written order.
Well, Judge, on that, if you're going to deny the motion for Tuesday, then I'm fine. But we have to, I have a judge that says, I'm number one for trial, and we are. It's not settling. So I don't know what to do.
So
I can't be in two places at once on Tuesday.
No, I know that. So you could presume very safely, despite whatever objections, I can't imagine what they would come up. If you were actually in a trial, you see a jury in Broward County and you tried a case, and you can't be here Tuesday. If you're in trial on Tuesday,
right,
then we're going to continue these matters.
So where's the
I'm
harm?
not prejudging it, but that's going to take priority.
And I'm sure you would somehow make it his fault.
I'm sure.
The rules of judicial administration would require this court to defer to that court and would do so. That being said, I don't know that this court needs to grant a continuance of the Tuesday hearings until we know that you've seated a jury and that you're going to be in trial on Tuesday.
He just said it's not settling.
Yep. And unfortunately for this narrative, although you never know when these things are going to settle or what's going to happen, he was given the go. They were first for trial on Monday. It ends up settling on the courthouse steps on Monday morning. And that happens. But you can't predict it. And this is somewhere he's got to travel to Gainesville. He's going to be in another city in order to be doing this trial. So you would imagine that he probably has a hotel. He's got, he's staying in Gainesville. It's not exactly easy to then pick up and get back to where you're supposed to be in this stupid hearing on Tuesday, even if the thing does settle on the courthouse steps on Monday.
Yeah.
Like him being like, well, we don't know what's going to happen. What if it settles? I mean, so what if it does? He's scheduled to be in Gainesville.
You anticipate that you might be. It might be a pretty likely thing. It might be more likely than not. But it ain't over till it's over. And again, as you know, I would presume you've experienced. I've been in court.
I would presume. He has a Muppet voice too.
You don't know till you get there what's going to happen. I know you're
judicial hand
you're
motions.
Number one on the list. You're likely to be presumptively the first person up to try the case. What if your clients receive an offer that they've been asking for?
Go back.
You're number one on the
Pause
list.
when he makes the pause. How the fuck long are those thumbs? Looks like he's flipping the bird. How do you?
It does. It looks like he's giving double middle fingers.
How are his thumbs that long?
Oh, fuck you, Shockett. Yeah. But he's doing this.
I know. It's
like you're pushing your fingers out. Fuck you, Shockett. This is funny.
Weird.
He's got finger thumbs. Megan Fox has toe thumbs.
I was going to say, like, if you just can, donate a little bit to the other Megan Fox, they'll both be happy.
Likely to be presumptively the first person up to try the case.
What is
if
this?
The clients receive an offer that they've been asking for?
Put them up. Okay,
we'll be ready to go Tuesday and not deny them the opportunity to be heard.
Judicial arm waving.
I can enter a conditional ruling today, which is if in fact a jury is selected on Monday and you're in trial on Tuesday, as opposed to the trial starts
Aussie's having a stroke.
Yeah,
he's having a stroke. Exactly. You don't know what's going to happen. So you should be giving judicial deference to the trial. I'm fucking raging here. Yeah. This guy is unreal.
Hey, Hayden. Put him up.
This is going to be continued. And the downside for them is they may need to wait till Monday afternoon to get that ruling, or we can resolve it here today. But I don't want to presume. Here's the thing that could happen. I can grant a continuance of the 4-hour hearing set for Tuesday, which took, and I can look at how much time it took us to get that. And then you show up Monday and your clients are offered a resolution that they accept. And now you're free and we all got a day off when we could have. And I could tell you as a practical matter, because I looked at the possibility.
Are we pontificating?
What day would we possibly be able to set another 4-hour hearing? And I got it written down somewhere, but I mean, it's late June or July. And that's not something that the court wants to engage in. If we can get this matter resolved, and the longer we talk here, we're cutting into what the hour could have been to present testimony. So
Judge, Shut up
me
and
just
let him
ask
get on
counsel
with
for
it.
the movement in this, defendant in the civil case. Would you guys rather the court make a decision today about whether that's continued? My concern is if that trial,
You're talking about in the.
right, if the trial in Broward County goes, we've got to avail Mr. Shockett the opportunity to get that case tried. I mean, there's no close call there.
So here's what I'm comfortable with. The rules of judicial administration allow the two judges to confer about the conflict.
Right.
And if the other judge down there says that the jury wasn't seated for whatever reason, we need to have our hearing here. So on Tuesday.
Right, so the downside of that is I'm deferring the ruling.
I understand that until the judge confirms and certifies that there's in fact a jury seated and that he has a trial on Tuesday. And if that happens, obviously I think the rules require the court to defer to the Broward judge down there, but it does allow you under the rules to confer regarding conflicts.
Correct. What I'm not likely to do though, if I had to confer, is to
be a
suggest
good
that
judge.
as important as it is, 4-hour block for hearings should take priority over a jury trial.
No.
if they're
I
seated as
understand
jury.
that, and
So
I'm
I'm
not
just
saying-
preempting the fact that come Monday afternoon, if there's a jury seated and Mr. Shockett's in trial on Tuesday in
I agree.
Broward, we're going to continue and your clients are going to be put out, but that's just the way it works.
I understand how the rules work very clearly, and
Okay.
I understand that.
All right.
That priority. Regarding today, I want to complete this matter today.
All right, so the motion, if it's a motion at all, to continue today's proceeding is denied. The motion to continue the hearings that are scheduled for Tuesday, 1 to 5, I believe, that will be granted come Monday afternoon if in fact there's a jury seated in Broward County and you have to be in trial on Tuesday.
Okay.
If a jury is not seated for whatever reason, or a jury is seated.
Oh my
and for
God, she's
whatever
even
reason, the
talking over the judge, and he never says anything about it.
He doesn't care. He's just
Trial
worried about his own talking.
My God.
start till sometime after Tuesday, you're going to be expected to be in this courtroom to argue the motions that were set for hearing.
She's not even listening. She's just talking.
February
He
29th.
hasn't been listening the whole time.
Can I consult my clients
Sure.
briefly? 2 minutes off the record. I don't want
All right. This is about to get
Hang on a
spicy.
second.
If you press the
Is
button,
it?
it'll.
Yeah, you can press a button, but
No,
if you want
hold
to
the
step, if
button.
you want to
This one-
step back, you can. We'll just be at ease.
Okay, let's just come back.
At ease. This guy thinks he's in the military. We will be standing at ease at 12:04 p.m.
Derp.
on a Friday afternoon.
Just for
I
It's
must say, Megan,
87
your parents are
degrees.
here. I love
11:38. We're just standing.
You
at ease.
need bingo. I'm not doing it. Jeff wants bingo. Not doing it. Not giving it to you. Let's just fast forward through the.
11:39
Oh, here we
coming
go.
up on
Oh,
11.
oh, timestamp again.
All right, we're at 11:39, coming up on 11:40. We're back on record.
Your Honor, I just had a discussion with my client. In addition to what's my situation, the comment here about the light and things like this.
I can tell. Let me tell you why that comment was. And Mr.
Here we
Coffey, I hope
go.
you understand. So if you've seen me probably 10 times already, I've switched my glasses. Okay. When I wear these glasses here, I could see everything here. I could see to that podium. I have to put these.
They're
Okay.
called bifocals,
When
Judge.
your glasses were in a certain position that they were, there was a light emanating from them to me,
Pause.
which is probably a reflection.
There was not a light emanating from his glasses, you
It was a
fucktard.
light reflecting.
They were
on-
reflecting off of him. There was no light emanating from his
reflecting-
sunglasses.
The lights on the ceiling were being
Mr.
reflected.
Words mean things.
From one of those lights there or something else. I don't know what, which is why I switched my glasses and said, what is that on the table? And you clearly, I can't tell that those are sunglasses now, and I've got my distance glasses on from.
Again,
I could presume that that's a
Rand.
phone because
He did not say, what is that over there? He said, are you recording? Are you recording? What is that? I see a light. What is that? He didn't say, what is that? No, Judge. You accused him of recording.
Mhm.
He specifically said, are you recording?
Mhm. He
No,
did.
Judge. You did not just go, oh, what's that over there on the desk? No. And I can see.
You know what he could
Right.
have done?
You know what he could have done that would have, if he really wanted to know what that was, he could have said, Mr. Shaka, would you approach the bench for a minute? And quietly to just Randy say, is it me or do I see something? Is there a light there? What is that? So that he didn't make the Gosneys feel like he was being accusatory toward them. And then Mr. Shaka could have said to him, that those are sunglasses, Your Honor. And he could have said, oh, I'm sorry. I have really bad eyesight or whatever.
Yeah.
But to in open court, what is that light? Are you recording this?
Yeah, he was accusing
bullshit.
without accusing. He was the are you recording is you are recording. It was an accusation without actually accusing. And now this is where I assume, because I haven't seen this because Megan won't let me watch ahead. I assume this is where Shaka is going to go, look, Judge, you've already accused us of doing this. You've denied this motion. We're not getting a fair hearing out of this.
Yeah. Well,
I assume that's what's happening because that's what I would be saying if I was him. Like you've already accused him of recording. You're clearly up my ass because of this other case I've been working on.
Right. You're clearly up my ass. You don't like me. You don't like them. And we don't need you anymore on this case.
To it because it's laying flat. Okay. And no, I now see. Now whether you're holding them up, I could see. In fact, when you just set them down, so the record reflects right now, that reflection is now showing
pontificating, I think.
I think I already got that one. We checked off pontificating, judge splaining. Oh, no, I didn't. Pontificating. Let the record reflect that right now there is light emanating from your sunglasses.
About 8 seconds ago, before you moved it. That's why the court asked it.
But who's
and
counting?
In context of other people recording these proceedings when there's an official record being made.
There we go, right there. He
played
the Hales card right freaking there.
And he's wrong. Jeremy Hales did not record inside his courtroom. He's lying. The recording is this same recording we're watching here, the one that the court provided to the public. This is outrageous. Listen to that again. Listen to what he said.
This is some bullshit.
That's why the court asked it. And in context of other people recording these proceedings when there's an official record being made, okay, it's happening way too often. Okay.
Everything that guy just says bullshit. Thank you.
Where did it happen, Judge?
It happens way too often, he said.
Where did it happen? Believe me, if Jeremy had been caught recording inside the courtroom, he would have been arrested. So we know that didn't happen. We know he would have made a huge deal about it. He didn't record shit inside the court did.
Yeah.
So I made the inquiry. If you want to draw a conclusion from that, other than the court's obligated to maintain the orderly administration of this record and the proceedings that are taking place, have at it.
It's not me.
I'll have at it, Judge.
I'm going to make an ordinance motion to disqualify, Your Honor.
Oh, motion to disqualify.
There you go. Motion to disqualify.
Motion to disqualify. Do we have? I still don't have bingo.
How's your hair, Megan?
I'm not talking about it. You're not going to get it from me. Motion to disqualify. Oh, I got bingo. 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 Look. Look, I did it. I did it. Oh, wait. We're in the way. I did it. I finally got bingo. Now I'm working on second bingo. Double bingo. Jeff wants to talk about my hair.
I do. Just saying. Now look, this thing he's talking about right here. This happens way too often, etc. Go back a little bit so I can rant properly.
Recording these proceedings when there's an official record, asked it. And in context of other people recording these proceedings when there's an official record being made, okay, it's happening way too often. Okay, so I made the inquiry. If you want to draw a conclusion from that, other than the court's obligated to maintain the orderly administration of this record.
Oh, the orderly administration of justice. I forgot to put that on the card.
Now listen to how angry he is. because he was called out. He's like,
Yeah.
you accused my guy of recording this. It's like, yeah, well, it happens so often. Your other client's recording shit, and I have to maintain this courtroom, so I know you're doing shit, and I've got to call you out on it, motherfucker. This is just orderly administration of justice. I got to call you out on your shit, shock it. That's what he's saying here.
Yeah. And Lynette was texting in court. He never stopped her from doing that.
She was calling the fucking police in court.
Muppet voice.
She was in the middle of a court proceeding. She was calling the cops.
It's true.
From her cell phone.
He didn't care about that. Guys in Rumble chat, if the bingo link isn't working for you, that means 30 of you have already accessed it. I think it's just the first 30 that are free.
Oh,
I don't know. Is that how it works?
I'll give you a better bingo link.
You have I need a better bingo card link. We need more than 30 cards.
Yeah, I'll give you a better bingo link so everybody can play.
Yeah, I want one that everybody can play. That would be great.
Proceedings that are taking place, have at it.
It's not me. I'm on behalf of my client, Judge. I'm going to make an ordinance motion to disqualify, Your Honor. I have to, by the rules, I've got to.
And now he's really pissed.
And
Look at his
he's
face. He's already got one in the other case.
Yeah, he's already had 2 previous motions to dismiss, and then an appellate application to prohibit him.
By this point, though, the appellate court had not ruled, so
they hadn't ruled, but he'd already submitted a petition to the appellate court for this writ of prohibition to prohibit him from having anything to do with that case. And now he's trying to get his ass thrown off this case too. Judge is probably going freaking nuclear inside. Look at that! Just look at the expression on his face. Exactly.
Look at his face. He's so pissed.
He is infuriated.
Yep. He's boy. The chat it really wants me to talk about my hair. He's
pissed because he just got called out for essentially making an unfounded accusation against the Gosneys.
Yeah, and he did it.
Your hair's better than his.
So, I have discovered the summer secret to hair, and that is extra conditioner, extra leave-in. If you guys saw the amount of leave-in conditioner that I have to put
extra
in this
Levy County conditioner, what?
Extra leave-in conditioner. It is like glops and glops of it, but my hair soaks it up like the Sahara Desert. I don't know what it is. It must be summer in the extra sun, but that's how it looks this good. It's the extra leave-in conditioner. Jeff gets bingo now.
Oh no! Just bring that up.
There we go. Wait,
move us out of the way.
Move us out of the way.
Double bingo, bitch!
Gotcha, bitch. Oh, son of a! You had me feeling bad for you. You never told me that you had Did that one just give
that
you
one
double
thing gave
bingo?
me double bingo. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha, brutal. Damn it, Jeff.
This is the kind of thing that just.
How much time do you need to type it up and get it to the court?
Go to my office. 3 hours. By the time I get back round trip and.
Hold on. We're in Bronson, Florida. Where is your office?
I'm going to Gainesville, Judge.
And why would you be going?
I have to leave for Broward County. I've taken everything from my office that I need for trial from my office in Trenton, Florida, to where I live in Gainesville, Florida.
What is the basis of the motion for disqualification?
He feels that Your Honor is not impartial. He feels that his, this is ora tennis, but I will put it more in detail.
Well, you need to do it immediately, because if you're using the pretext of an ora tennis motion that needs to be reduced to writing, but you can't do it into writing, then you get the continuance that you were just denied on this evidentiary hearing today. That's improper. And so I'm asking how much time. You can step outside. You can handwrite the motion.
Do you want to step outside, pal?
He wants him to handwrite the motion like on some toilet paper in the hallway, like an episode of Better Call Saul. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, we're almost exactly 2.5 hours into this stream today.
Oh.
Of course, we bullshitted for 40 minutes. So
we did.
But this might be a good place to end.
Okay.
Because this is exactly what Shockett did. What happened was, like, right now, I guess phone calls were made. Phone calls were made, and things happened, and his co-counsel Doreen Ingalls begins drafting the written motion for him to step down from this trial. And so when we convene next week, we can review the motion that was written in the, like, literally while they continue this hearing, the motion is being written and submitted.
Oh God. And there's some really funny though. I think when we come back though, you have to play this out till the break, because there's more arguing here about what time he will turn the motion in, how much time he needs to write the motion.
Okay.
The judge
How much
is going
longer
to,
do we have on part 2?
we have 16 more minutes left.
Let's go to the end of it.
Should we keep going?
Yeah.
All right.
In front of you, you can type it and you can send it and print it out in one of the printers here at the courthouse. There's other,
That's what they're going to do.
Your Honor,
options available to you.
the case law is that you have to give me a reasonable opportunity.
Well, that's, I'm asking you, how much do
I
you
just
need to
get out of here and
reasonably?
go to my home in Gainesville and type it up. I have research on that I don't have available to me. I want to make a real motion. I'm not going to be one that's rushed, Judge. I said 2 or 3 hours. That's pretty fast.
Okay, and then are you going to be back here in 3 hours?
Oh, Judge.
Are we going to rule on it? Are we going to have? I have to submit it to you.
Right, you got to submit it to me and rule on it. If
Yeah.
it's granted, we're starting all over again. We just wasted our time. If it's denied,
well,
why would we not proceed?
No,
with the evidence?
if
Why would we not proceed?
No, we can
He
get
already
evidence.
has made up his mind that he's going to deny it.
And if you know, and if it's granted, we didn't waste our time, Judge. Oh, I'm off camera here. I was too relaxed. We didn't waste our time, Judge. You wasted our time, Judge. If you're booted off the case, if you go, okay, yeah, I am a biased jackass, I need to step down, then you are the one that wasted everybody's time. But if you do say denied, let's keep going, then you haven't wasted our time.
You know, you can tell though that he is going to deny it, because he's like,
yeah.
"Are you going to be back here?" Because I don't see why we can't just continue when it's denied. If I deny it,
right?
I am haven't written the motion yet. I'm making the motion based on what a client just represented to me out there, and so.
And you believe that it's an objectively reasonable position to take?
Yes,
in advance on
yes.
the client's behalf, and I'm giving
Now
you that
look, okay,
opportunity.
again,
Yes.
more. We're never going to get this last 16 minutes at this rate, but the standard is not whether or not the judge is actually biased. It's whether the moving party believes
believes
It
that,
doesn't
and
even have
whether
to be
they
a
have
reasonable belief.
right.
The belief doesn't even have to be reasonable.
They just do. They believe it, and so he should grant it.
And just like when you're giving the protective orders, if someone says, help, I'm being abused, I need a protective order, the temporary order, you have to take everything that applying person says as true.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the hearing on whether or not to make it permanent. At that point, they have to put up or shut up with evidence. The same thing here. They just have to say, I think this guy is biased against me, and give some reasons. They don't have to be good reasons. And the judge has to go, all right, fine, we'll get a new judge.
No, we can do it. Judge, I don't want to limit myself. to
It's
3
more
hours.
nuanced
If I see
than
a
that, but
case
that's
that I
basically
find,
it.
I will get it to you today, but I don't want to limit myself to 3 hours. I may see another case. That's not reasonable to say at 3 hours, Mr. Shockett, time's up. There's no case law that says that.
Oh, wait, but I didn't
I
come
may
up
get
with
it done
3
in 1
hours. I
hour.
didn't say I'm giving you 3 hours and only 3. I'm asking you, how much reasonable time do you need to prepare a written motion based on your knowledge of the factual basis for which you'll advance?
And he said 3 hours, and you said, are you going to be back in court in 3
This
hours?
cuts into my trial time to have to do this, which is a burden on me. So this is what's coming from my client. I have to fulfill his wishes, and this is how he feels. And he's going to have to sign it, as you know, has to be notarized. So this can't happen in 3 hours, all this. It might be possible, but
I think it can. I'm not
it
hearing
can,
why it
but it may not. So I would say
I'm
by
going
the
to tell
end
you
of
how to
today,
do it.
I know you think, I understand, I can see that perspective. Didn't expect that. He also sees, and we shouldn't be arguing the merits here. It's not proper.
Then don't.
Okay. So I'm just saying I need time to do it. And I can't limit myself to 3 hours, Judge. I will get it to you today. It might be 2 hours, it might be one, it might be, I don't know. He's got to notarize
Might
it.
be 4.
He's got to review it since he's going to be swearing to it. So I can't say it was done by whatever time it is.
So I find it unreasonable that you would have to travel to Gainesville. I haven't heard a basis as to why you would have to travel to Gainesville. The record should reflect, I don't know where you live, I don't need to know, but we're talking,
Gainesville.
That could be at this time of day, 45 minutes away, just in your car.
Yes.
And to turn around another hour. So you could eat up an hour and a half just getting there and back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
But the time limitations here, Judge, I don't have a DeLorean. It goes 88 miles an hour to tell you how long it's going to take.
She just goes, this is bullshit. You go. Did you hear Kirchhoff?
No, I was here. I was too busy hearing you make Back to the Future references.
Listen to Kirchhoff.
But we're talking, that could be at this time of day, 45 minutes away, just in your car.
Yes.
And to turn around another hour. So you could eat up an hour and a half just getting there and back. I know that.
But the time limitations here, Judge, I don't have a DeLorean. It goes 88 miles an hour to tell you how long it's going to take.
But then you're saying you've got an RA tennis motion, and that's insufficient as a matter of law, and so it would be denied, and we're going to proceed with the hearing. So you're asking for time. I'm going to give you the time, but what you're effectively saying is, give me to the end of the day, maybe.
No.
So I'm asking you.
Well, if he can get it notarized, yes. I'm going to get it notarized. He goes with me, over with me. I have to talk to him, Judge. I just had this conversation. I need to flesh it out. And so we need to make this motion. We have a right. He has a right to make this motion. And it is not being done to continue.
And you have to stop the proceedings, Judge. You have to stop the proceedings.
Yeah, he should, but he's not going to.
He has to.
We can all pretty much presume there's a trial happening in Broward County on Monday morning. Then what's the prejudice if we do it all at once? In other words,
but here's the thing on the motion to continue this because of that trial. I've told you, this court is absolutely.
It's no longer a motion to continue this. It's a motion on whether or not your ass is going to be hearing anything going forward. This whole proceeding comes to a screeching damn halt right now.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Not in Judge Thomas's courtroom. No, it doesn't. Look at the hand motions he's doing right now too. Look at him. Yeah.
Till Monday at 5 p.m. that you pick the jury and that your trial's going. We got to defer to that court. That's going to happen.
Okay,
you win the motion to continue, but there's no reason for the court to grant that motion to continue the Tuesday hearings if in fact you show up Monday and that case is dismissed or that judge accepts a voluntary dismissal because of a settlement, or there's not enough jurors, or there's a motion to strike the panel.
Why do we
Megan, just based on what you said, Megan, I'm so glad this continues and everything gets resolved today, because can you imagine if it had gone to another hearing and Randy Shotgun had to come in and say, we didn't need that continuance on Tuesday after all, Judge. Can you imagine the conversation?
I know. It would be nothing but Judge Thomas just tooting his own horn about how I told you these things, that these things happen. I was right to do what I did. Oh God.
Oh my, yeah. I'm just, can you imagine this? Because this is the guy's like, we had 24 hours. You could have done this. He brought that up for months on end. He brought up the 15 minutes for months on end.
Remember that one time when you said you had a trial on Monday, but it settled on the courtroom steps?
You wasted the whole time and this is being dragged out. Oh my God. Randall Shotgun, get down on your knees and thank whatever gods may be that this got resolved.
That did not happen. Yeah.
Holy crap.
So why not this then? If that happens, they'll testify on Tuesday. Where's the harm in that? As far as the continuance is concerned.
You just suggested that. You didn't suggest that beforehand.
All right. Well,
so let me hear from opposing counsel.
So this is not
having anxiety over here.
Continue. I can't So he moved to continue this matter. The court, I think, denied it.
The court's denied
The
that.
court's denied that.
Oh, shut up,
Of course,
Captain
with his
Helpful.
clients in the hallway, he returns to the record a minute later and says, "We're going to move to disqualify the judge." Right now, the record reflects it's 11:47 a.m. Right?
Oh my God! Pause! Pause this! He is totally doing that.
He's speaking the judge's
mirroring
language.
shit. Yeah,
That's
he's
the
doing
judge's love language. He has his love language is timestamping.
No, he is doing that mirroring behavior shit to get it.
Yes.
He's talking with his hands. He's mentioning timestamps. He's affirming everything the judge says. He's like trying to Jedi mind trick the judge here, and it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's totally doing mirroring it. Oh my God.
Oh, look, there's a troll in my chat that doesn't know what a gauntlet is. A gauntlet is a glove, brain box. You've turned into a nasty bitch, Megan.
Wait, what? Where are we? Oh, in your chat?
Yeah. No, a gauntlet is a glove. Yes, that is correct. Look at the other definitions, you motherfucking idiot. Look at the other definitions. You go look it up. You go look it up right now. You go look up gauntlet and see if you can't find extreme trial in the definition, you motherfucking dumbass. Get out of my goddamn chat. Get out. You're not welcome here. Get out. I don't know who you think you are, but you're out. Get out.
Fun. Don't kick him out yet, because we got to know the fun fact, the etymology of the word gauntlet.
Oh, okay. Let's do that first.
With Nick Starro. Are you here, Nick? Nick, are you still here?
This is what happens when low IQ people try to dunk on me. Low IQ people embarrass themselves by not knowing what the word gauntlet is or what the historical significance of a gauntlet is. Oh my God, you should be embarrassed.
Nick Starro can back us up if he's still here. It originates from the Swedish Gottlopp, from gata meaning lane and lopp mean course or running. It was borrowed into English in the 17th century, probably from English and Swedish soldiers fighting in the Protestant armies during the 30 Years' War. The punishment itself was rarely used in the Swedish army during the reign of monarch Gustav III in the 1770s and was abolished by the Swedish army. So the whole idea is you run a lane. You run down a lane. That's literally what gauntlet means, running the gauntlet.
Here, I will even give you a small, let's look at the, here we have a running of the gauntlet on YouTube. Now I'm going to turn the sound off.
Oh, this is the Navy version of it. Yes, I believe this is.
Let's turn the sound off. This is the running of the gauntlet, one of the worst punishments in history. Do you see there's like all these swords that you got to make it through and they're stabbing you and do you see? This is what you guys are a bunch of fucking morons. You have no clue what you are talking about.
Yes, Porcelain Thunder. IKEA is a gauntlet. Exactly.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's a gauntlet. Walk down this lane while we beat the shit out of you. This is here, or we take the whips to you. Mm-hmm. Oh, Hornblower. Oh my God, I loved that series. Have you ever seen Horatio Hornblower?
I've read the books.
The absolute. You haven't seen the series?
I haven't seen the series. I've read the books, and I've also read the science fiction version.
Jeff, the Horatio Hornblower series is one of the greatest things. I think it was done on like a BBC or one of those. Yeah. It is one of the greatest.
Yeah, and that's one of the things they did there. They made them run the gauntlet. In that case, they would have to do a prescribed number of circles around the ship's deck, while the crew beat them with cat o' nine tail whips as they ran by.
Yeah, you low-educated moron. Gauntlet.
It's a glove. Yeah, it is a glove.
It's a glove. It's a glove. You're so stupid. Oh my God, it's a glove. Look, she thinks that a gauntlet's a glove. Oh my God, be embarrassed. Be embarrassed. Don't come after me about words that I don't know. I know more words than you've ever even heard of. I know words. I know big words. I know small words, but I know history. I know all kinds of shit. Don't you come in here and try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about with a gauntlet. Bruce, you know, your savior Bruce, he should be embarrassed too, because that dude allegedly went to law school. He studied Latin. He should know what a gauntlet is, but apparently he doesn't.
But the chatter that you're so reviling maybe meant that this alleged woman that's on the audio thought that it was a glove and not a guillotine.
Well, I have no fucking
But that
clue.
doesn't make any sense.
Hey, here's another famous gauntlet.
Shame. Shame.
Remember that one? Where they walk Circe naked
Shame.
through the town and they're ringing the bell and everyone's booing and throwing shit at her? That's a gauntlet. Good.
Yeah, and
God.
it doesn't. If that person's saying that the video woman didn't think guillotine, maybe she thought it was a glove, that makes even less sense. Why would she be like retard putting out a glove? No, that makes even less sense.
Yeah, it makes even less sense.
Yeah. So sorry.
Oh, I see. My troll's gone now. So I guess that was enough. I guess she's had enough of my gauntlet. Welcome to the gauntlet, bitch.
Court is required to give him a reasonable time,
Wow,
which can
there
be
we
as little as 2 hours, but he can set his own time. I know Mr. Shockett, because he's filed pleadings in this court, has a law office in Trenton, which is about 14 minutes away from here. He can go to his office with his client and fill out the motion to disqualify, e-file it, serve it on counsel in the court, and the court can rule on it this afternoon. If the court grants it, we're done.
That is,
If the court denies it, then we need to continue and complete the hearing that he has just moved to continue in the court denied. I want to give him, make sure I'm not commenting on his motion to disqualify. I will not do that. That is not appropriate.
It's not,
for me to do that.
and it's not one before the court yet.
That's right.
Lex says I'm putting glass and rocks in my braids to make a cat of nine tails to be used in the gauntlet.
You can do
Even
that
if it
too.
were,
I want to afford
I'm
him.
not saying, I have no dog in that hunt. That's between him and the court.
I'm going to afford him that
Court-
opportunity.
But the case law, as I understand it, is the court has to give him a reasonable time, quote unquote.
I'm gooder at the English than you be, asshole.
Me feel English? That's impossible.
That's impossible.
There are cases that flush that out, and it doesn't mean over the weekend, as I understand the case law.
Okay, Mr. Mirror.
And so
what is there? There's so
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest judge of them all?
If somehow the trial doesn't go forward in Broward County, we just
little
continue
tense
on Tuesday with this.
Little tense.
Because, and I will, so he's negating his disqualification and negotiating a continuance. And so what I'm suggesting is,
I want to take this one issue at a time. Set a reasonable time for you to file the motion that you're entitled to file.
Joe Choi, don't make me hit you.
Let's
Stop.
determine what reasonable is under these
Look
circumstances.
deeper into the meaning, please.
It's 11:49.
She's triggering you on purpose.
In fact, have it.
It's 11:49. He says.
It's 15 minutes.
Do you
away.
not have an office that's 15 minutes away? 15 minutes.
I do.
Okay, and why would that be impractical or impossible for you to go there? Or like I said, outside, but I mean, I could think of why I would want to go to my office because I've got research in a file cabinet. 'Cause I'm
Jesus.
old school, and it's not all on a computer.
That's where my disqualification
He already
stuff
told
is
you.
with me now, where I also practice out of my office, out of my house sometimes,
Right.
and that's where it is.
Okay.
If it was in the office, I go to the office.
And so is there a way for you to make arrangements for your clients to go wherever they need to go? Or you could e-file their signature. You could send it to them at a location. They could sign it. You could e-file it. And we reconvene at 3:30 today.
Again, Your Honor, I don't have a crystal ball. How long it's going to take me to write a proper motion?
3.5 hours?
Oh, God.
It could be shorter. It could be shorter. I don't know. I feel like, I don't have a crystal ball here. I can tell you that I need to do research on these issues that we just discussed. And so
Right,
in a
we
reasonable
should-
time to do
right.
research, would be a couple hours. I
Court
don't know.
record should reflect, and it does because I stopped the
What's the
record
timestamp?
and announced, I think, coming back, I think it was a minute, if not a minute and a half. So you're saying that during the conversation in that minute or minute and a half, you learned things to put into a motion. I'm affording you that opportunity. Based on what I'm hearing you say, it appears to this court that some 3.5 hours would be sufficient to get that pleading before the court. If you can't accomplish it within that 3.5 hours, then 3.5 hours from now, file a motion for extension of time.
Oh, God.
And if there's
If I
good
need to,
cause for
if I need
that,
to, I would do that.
and if there's good cause, because what you're saying is what you don't know now is you might be able to do it in less that time.
You know why, Judge, I could do it quicker if under a different day? I have a trial.
on
I have-
Monday,
this is what- that-
possibly.
No, it's 99.9999. It's any decimals you want. We're going to trial.
You're here in this court with obligations to this
Right, but-
court, and you just created another issue. And so now it's got to be dealt with, just like
God, I hate this guy. I have to pull this up though, because this is my favorite gauntlet scene ever. I'm only going to play a couple of seconds of it, but as you can see, do you see the thing swinging? Oh wait, I have to move us. Richard Gere was so cute back then. All right. Do you see this? The thing swinging. They're making him run this gauntlet. Do you see? This is what I had in mind when I was creating my toddler gauntlet at Lynette's at Lynette's place, and it's all these like dangerous things that he has to get through. So look. See, you got to duck and swerve. You know, get all this shit coming at you. This is a gauntlet, folks. This is what it is. This is what it is. So look what it's called. Running the gauntlet scene.
See, this is the thing. The gauntlet we are talking about, the military gauntlet, is Swedish in origin. The glove gauntlet, the long gloves that as Alan Wassmerger for welders wear, or the gauntlets in armor, that's a French word from the 13th century.
Yeah,
totally different origin.
Totally different thing. Totally different thing. You know that there are words that can mean two different things. I don't know if you know that, but we use the same word for different things sometimes. Yes, it's like wipeout. Yes, like wipeout.
Yes.
Wipeout is an example of a modern gauntlet. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Except in this case, it's technically not the same word. They're two words that are spelled the same that have completely different origins.
Yeah, completely different.
other issues can be created in that case and it not proceed to trial. That's how court works. I understand that. There's nobody to be faulted for that.
But in
we've
the
got to
circumstances here,
accommodate.
Judge, it normally could be done maybe in 2 hours or something like that. It maybe could be.
Free
I have no idea what I'm facing.
We don't care about the French.
Since I've been in this court,
True.
I'm telling everyone I should be done by 10:30. I haven't looked at anything except the relief blitz on my email. That has to somehow factor into my time. You know, if I have to do something go into trial on Monday that cuts into this 2 or 3 hours that normally would be reasonable, Judge, the case law is on a case-by-case basis. Your Honor knows I have this obligation in Broward County.
And in this case, based on the circumstances of what occurred here today, you're saying that you feel like there's a good faith basis to proceed on a written motion. I'm giving you some 4 hours to do so.
And I hope that's okay. If I need more, I'll ask.
So by 4 p.m. today, it's now 11:52 a.m. By 4 p.m. today, you'll file, or not, because you might conclude that there's not a sufficiently lawful basis to do
Let's
so.
go over all the
Motion to
possibilities of
disqualify,
things
and if
that
you
Randall
cannot
might do
complete it in
today.
that time,
And you might go to McDonald's on the way. Maybe you stop and you pick up I don't know, what do you get there? A double quarter pounder with cheese, or do you get it without cheese? I'm not sure what you like.
You just triggered me, Megan. You just triggered ADHD me.
Oh no, what happened?
There's a place called What the Burger next to my office.
Yeah.
Not What
Okay.
a Burger, like
What the Burger.
It's What
Okay.
the Burger, a Korean place.
Yum.
If
Sounds good.
iffy burgers, they're okay, they're passable, but they had a new item on their menu, the double cheeseburger.
Ooh.
Explain in your terms, what is a double cheeseburger?
Okay, a double cheeseburger is 2 patties, sometimes separated by a third bun in the middle. That would be the Big Mac style. But a double cheeseburger is generally just 2 patties right on top of one another with your regular toppings and 1 bun.
Yeah. And of course, in the advertisement, it's about this thick.
Right.
Then I get
but it's
it, and
actually about this big.
It's about this thick with a single patty that was like a quarter of an inch thick, maybe. It was like paper thin. And I thought I got the wrong double cheeseburger order. And I went, I think I got the wrong order. I ordered a double cheeseburger, looked at it and said, that's a double cheeseburger. I said, oh.
Where's the other cheeseburger?
Lucy, you got a lot of splaining to do. It's a double cheeseburger. There's
they
two
put more.
slices of cheese on the double.
That is
cheeseburger.
misleading. That
I'm
is
like,
misleading.
That's not how English works, my friend.
I like this
so
from
that's
Neo
what-
Dark Matter too. And you want an ice cream, but the McDonald's ice cream machine is broken, so you have to find another McDonald's, and that we could be adding another 12.3 minutes to this scenario. And my God, Judge.
Exactly, K-Mat Red Queen. Burger with 2 cheeses. That's a double cheeseburger. It's not a double cheeseburger. It's a double cheese.
No, that makes no sense. That
No,
they
I
need
was really pissed, and I left a really horrific review, and the dude's like, "Yeah, we know you're coming back, dumbass. You've been building next to us."
The rules allow, and the court certainly allows and will accommodate a motion for extension of time. And if you establish good cause.
But I don't want to do that because I have a trial next week. I don't even want to do. I want to get it done today. I don't want to do that. Because that would.
I just want you to stop hearing this case right now.
Next week, I don't want to do that. I just want to do it now today. But normally it wouldn't be a problem, Judge.
What is it that you mean? I want to do it today. What's it?
I want to do the motion, and normally by 4 o'clock it probably would be fine. Maybe by 2 o'clock. I don't know yet, but I just know I don't know what I'm facing when I leave here, as far as my opponents.
Oh, you're talking about your responsibilities to another client.
Yes,
another court, not client. Another court.
Another court.
There's still not a pretrial stipulation in that case. They want it by 5 p.m. There's still exhibits and witness that we haven't done. And this is what I'm getting blitzkrieg here.
Jeff,
so when I get out of here, I'm going to have to deal with those counsel and those issues for Monday. And now this.
Here's the thing. You might, and I am absolutely sensitive why you're concerned.
Thank you.
The fact of the matter is,
I sent you the picture of the advertised double cheeseburger and the actual double cheeseburger.
You walk out of here, you talk to your opposing counsel, and you resolve that in 5 minutes. I don't know that, nor do you. You're anticipating the worst. And
I can tell you why if you want to get into the facts of the case.
You know that case better than I don't know anything about that case. You know that case. So that's why you potentially have the ability to move for extension of time if you can't accomplish your responsibilities to this case in 4 hours.
Wait a minute,
Right.
Jeff.
But understand, Judge.
Jeff,
if I do
the advertisement photo has 2 patties on it.
No,
maybe it doesn't.
I thought it did too. That thing that looks like another patty is
that's
supposed to be
bread?
caramelized onions.
Oh, that's a lie.
But there's some.
Ew, this is classic. This is classic false advertising.
If only there was such a thing here.
You're Richard. The actual picture of it is so fucking sad.
Yeah, I'll have to do something here.
Look. That's the actual picture. That's what it actually looks like. Here's what they advertised.
Yeah, that's the advertising one. Show the actual one, man.
Okay.
This is the See, this thing that I thought was another patty up there is supposed to be like caramelized onions.
This is the actual one.
Look at that shit.
That's so bad.
Yeah, you triggered me with the burger analogy.
Oh,
for extra time, it's going to
too
be
soon.
I cannot.
And that was like 5 hours after YouTube told me to go fuck myself. So I was in a good mood.
No, that did not happen after you got it.
Yeah, I was real thrilled to see that burger yesterday. Let me tell you.
See, I thought we were taking the rest of the week off because Jeff was so pissed. He was like not speaking anymore. So I was like, okay, I guess we're done this week.
Yeah, you triggered
Little did I know that he was being ramrodded by the burger shop next door.
They didn't even use ketchup to lube it with.
So there's not going to be much of a what do you say, an extension? I can't.
Oh wait, the Venmo alert.
Once I start trial, you know.
Oh yay! What'd you get? What'd you get, Jeff? What'd you get?
I got something from somebody. Who did I get something from? I got something from JS.
Well, is there a message that you would like to read?
There is a $15 Venmo saying, "Thanks for making this bearable. This judge is crazy."
This judge is crazy, but we appreciate him for the content. We are literally drowning in content over here. Just like Tug says, we need our water wings for the amount of content that this judge provides. So good. Thank you, Judge.
That was from somebody. JS is her initials.
And things during a trial.
Oh, don't.
So I have to do it today, period.
Hey, Mr. Griffiths, you wish to be heard.
Court wishes us to reconvene here at 4 o'clock, correct?
Yes.
I will be here at 4 o'clock.
If there's a motion for extension of time, the court will consider that. If there's a motion for disqualification, the court will consider that. The court may need time to research and to also get an order out also. I don't know.
Can we, if it's a motion for extension, Judge, then I'll be in Gainesville. Can we do it by Zoom?
Randy Shaw could just look so defeated right now. He's just like, Judge, will you just do something?
He's like, but I'm going to be in Gainesville. I can't be back here.
Yana, please, huh?
Right,
I want to make clear that the witnesses can be available either in person or by Zoom. We will be in person at 4 o'clock. And I just want the court to, for the record, to be clear that they're directed to return to court or be available by Zoom at 4 o'clock.
That's fine with the court. They have no opposition to that, because then from 4 to 5, we can resolve this matter.
Judge, you have no idea when I want to resolve this matter, but
I don't have an idea other than what you're telling me about your other obligations.
Why doesn't she shut the fuck up?
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Kirkhoff, jerk off, shut up.
But you've raised this issue in this litigation, and I'm giving you the time reasonably.
You know who has no clue? This woman that her microphone is still on.
To get a motion filed.
Oh my God, shut
up. Yeah, and then we move forward or not, because we can't.
Okay. Are you saying, Judge, am I hearing correctly, that if you
Ossie's having a heart attack?
Me
that we have
too.
to come back here at 4 o'clock?
You don't have to come back here because there's a concession, a stipulation. You just give a heads up to the court. We'll get you a Zoom hookup.
Oh, how nice of you.
Conferencing
Oh.
for your clients and for you. We'll accommodate that.
Oh, you're such a gem.
Yeah. Thanks, Judge.
I'm going to, just for the record, I will make a note that I do that is not without objection. There is so much out there that I have to do today that to force us to even have a Zoom hearing for an hour cuts into this trial I have starting picking a jury 8:45 a.m. Monday morning downtown Fort Lauderdale. And it's effectively this is the day before the trial, effectively.
But in reality, it's not, and this situation is what it is, and the court's ruled. I'll see you guys at 4.
Shut up, woman!
Or in person.
I can't listen to two people at the same time. Shut the fuck up.
And you said one of the possibilities is you might conclude that you don't need to go forward on a certain motion. And so I'm giving you 4 hours to contemplate that, to research it, and to make whatever arguments that need to be made and advocate on behalf of your clients without prejudice to them and without prejudice to resolution of this
Oh my
litigation.
God, shut
Well,
up.
can we be adjourned because I do need to start that trip to Gainesville.
We are adjourned. It's 11:57 a.m.
Oh.
Friday.
Did he just throw his arms up in? Wait, go back.
Yes,
Griffiths did not just throw his arms up in the air like he just don't care.
he did.
Without prejudice to them and without prejudice to resolution of this litigation.
Well, can we be adjourned because I do need to start that trip to Gainesville.
We are adjourned.
Okay.
It's 11:57 a.m.
Griffiths just went. Is he raising the roof? What is he doing?
Throwing his arms in the air like he just don't care.
We are adjourned. It's 11:57 a.m.
Raising
Friday,
the judge.
April 12th.
That wasn't no. He's worshiping the judge. Watch. This is like that.
Lift it up to the judge.
Yeah, look at.
It's 11:57 a.m.
Lifting it up to the judge.
Friday, April 12th.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So Aussie says this is so fucking inappropriate. He's doing this to force him to abandon the motion, but he won't abandon the motion because clearly this judge is biased, and that needs to be remedied. And the only thing to remedy it is to tell him to step off the bench.
Wow.
We finally got through it.
Oh my God.
We're only at 3 hours, and unfortunately, this wasn't so great today for my
blood
wallet.
pressure.
or my blood pressure.
I'm sorry, it's me.
It's Jeff. He's the problem. It's him. I'm just kidding. It wasn't his problem. It's YouTube. YouTube is the problem. YouTube is not allowing us to be on YouTube right now. And the reason why I didn't go live on YouTube is because Jeff, I guess, is not supposed to be on YouTube for his 7-day
It's
suspension.
oddly vague. They just say, you're not supposed to be streaming or going on other people's streams to
It
circumvent.
says you're not supposed to be going on other people's streams.
If your channel is deleted, you can't set up another channel. You can't go on other people's. So it's vague about if you're on a suspension, and it's better to see how far away from the cliff you can drive rather than how close to the edge of the cliff you can drive.
Yeah, well, hopefully you should email that email address I sent you. Do that today so that you can try and get something going, because I think they have to tell you the answer to that question. Then I think you should ask them. So ask them, because this is all crap. So the guys, help us out. When you go to Twitter, if you're on Twitter, and tweet at Team YouTube, and also tag Jeff in it, and tell them to review this strike. Take this strike. This strike was bullshit. He never posted any survey. He didn't delete a survey. It's a thing that did not happen. They have made a mistake.
I don't know about it. They won't tell
They
me.
have made a mistake, and they need to rectify it, because they're taking away a man's job. Like, they're taking away his ability to make money, and that is wrong. And he didn't even get a hearing. So yeah, lack of due process is right. It's just absolutely ridiculous that they do this to YouTube creators. All right, Jeff, you need to go to bed, I'm sure. I need to get out of here. I've got stuff I got to do also. But we will, I don't know, when are we going to do this again? When's part 4?
We can do it on Monday, I guess.
Maybe. Let's talk about it. We might have to wait till your suspension is over, because
Megan wants the money.
Yeah, I can't sit around for 3 hours. I can't sit around for 3 hours for $30. Like, it's not even medium wage. I can't do that. I've got children to take care of.
It's up to you, Megan. It's up to you.
This stupid Rumble. When are they going to get their shit together? All right, everybody. We're out of here. We gotta go. Do I have an outro for you today? Maybe something short. What do we have? Do I have anything short? Oh, well, here's your last. You can have you've got a couple of minutes to send your Venmos, your Cash Apps, your Rumble rants. You can do that, and I'll play some breadstick money. How about that? Breadstick money time, folks. Everybody go subscribe to Jeff on both Rumble and on YouTube. Go subscribe at Legal Vices.
Send Megan money first.
Either one. See ya.
Yeah. Give me breadstick money, yeah. Yeah. Give me that breadstick money, honey. Breadstick money, yeah. Yeah. Unlimited supply coming at you on the fly. With that goopy super cash making them cry. We're taking all the honeys to Olive Garden, spreading breadstick money like fire in the oven. Give me that never-ending solid amount of strong ink. Can't get enough since it's raining only money. $1.99 times 100 fat stacks. Hanging on the mic, spitting mad facts, making jokers mad cause they never gotta laugh. Cracking people's sides, making liars take a bath. On the mic daily and nightly, holding it tightly, poking the mighty plane in our T-Gold teeth. Registering and pocket seeing the subscribers' opinion, we just here screaming. Give me breadstick money, yeah. That goopy cash, honey, yeah. Give me breadstick money, yeah. That goopy cash, honey, yeah. We're the Pond Scum Posse, swimming around, diving deep for the truth that's buried underground. Short, skinny jeans, latte in the blender. Swiping through the news, it's so fake, call it pretender. Reddit bros blowing journals out the water. Bringing big news like some Upper East Enders. No rolls, no Benz, no Lambo budget. 2 pounders and for the breadstick money, yeah. Give me that goopy cash, honey, yeah. Breadstick money, yeah. Give me that goopy cash, honey, yeah. Breadstick money, yeah. Yeah. Give me breadstick money, yeah. That goopy cash, honey, yeah. Give me breadstick money, yeah. That goopy cash, honey, yeah. latte in the blender. Swiping through the news, it's so fake, call it pretender. Reddit bros blowing journals out the water. Breaking big news like some Upper East Enders. No rolls, no Benz, no Lambo. Budget 2 pounders for the breadstick money, yeah. Give me that goofy cash, honey, yeah. Breadstick money, yeah. Give me that goofy cash, honey, yeah. Breadstick money, yeah. Yeah. Give me breadstick money, yeah. That goofy cash, honey, yeah.